Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to tonight's non-conference game between the visiting Greendale Martin Luther Spartans and the host Kaukauna Ghosts here at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium. It's a crisp October evening, the first weekend of football for the USA Today Network Wisconsin streaming crew. Week 2, however, of this abbreviated post-COVID-19, I should say ongoing COVID-19 pandemic
Wish
season.
it was post. Wish it was post.
Exactly. But, hey, we're happy to be back here. It's 45 degrees or so outside. We're nice and toasty here in the press box here. Beautiful facilities here at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium, Brad. And we're excited to bring football again on Friday. Just seems natural. It's like riding a bike. We're back here and ready to get some football going here. I think we have a good one coming up tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. But, boy, it feels good to be here, doesn't it? I mean, it's been a long time coming. I was just thinking the last game we streamed was a sectional semifinal game between Wrightstown and Xavier.
Whoa, that's
down
a long
at Brilliant
time
High
ago,
School
yeah.
way back in March, right before all the craziness broke loose. So it feels good to be here. Got to thank Chris McDaniel, the athletic director
Yes.
at Kaukauna High School. Boy, he works hard. I mean, they all do, all the athletic directors, but he does just such a wonderful job just making sure that we're all good. We're socially distanced here in the press box, definitely 6 feet between us, and then our third member of our crew, Jim Rosandick, he's in the bleachers in front of us. So
Yeah, well, I forgot to mention that I'm here with Brett Christopherson, or did I
Yeah,
say that?
well,
I'm Ricardo Arguello. He's Brett Christopherson. We're still a little bit in preseason form right now. But, Brett, yeah, the trio's back, and we're excited for this. I know we've been looking forward to this. We were supposed to go last week. If you want to let folks know what happened there.
Well, we were going to be here against Kaukauna versus Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And then Notre Dame unfortunately had to pull out because of all that's been going on. So, and that was last second. I think that was last Thursday.
Yes,
that really
it
made
was.
it difficult for Kaukauna to find an opponent. So that's just going to probably be par for the course. We're going to kind of take it week by week, and hopefully we can keep this thing going. But so yeah, and I think it's in the game notes. But Kaukauna was supposed to take on West Appear tonight.
Yeah.
West Appear went virtual. West Appear High School, so at least through or until October 19th, I believe. So that kind of put the Phantoms on hold, unfortunately. But Martin Luther, I think they were going to play Notre Dame and then maybe Brown Deer, and now they've got Kaukauna. So they made the road trip up from the Milwaukee area, and that's just how it's going to be in this COVID era right now. Teams are going to have to shuffle a little bit and try to make it work as best as they can, at least the teams that are playing. And, boy, I hope that these teams that are waiting to the spring, hope they can get those seasons off and running too. I guess we'll just kind of see how this goes.
Uncertainty is the name of the game so far in 2020.
Don't like it. It's time. You know what?
No.
I can't stand winter, and January is my least favorite month of the year. I can't wait for January 1st, 2021.
Get this year over with.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, let's start off. Brett, by the way, put together these great notes here. We'll read for both teams. I'll start with Kaukauna. He'll finish up with Martin Luther. Kaukauna goes again, making their season debut after having last week's game against Notre Dame canceled. They're coming off a 2019 season that saw the Ghosts finish 8-4 and advance to the Division II state quarterfinals. That was a 22-20 loss to Superior at DC Everest High School. Ghosts led, Brett, 20-8. Remember that? They led 28. We all thought they were moving on. But they led 28 with 11-10 remaining in the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, Superior able to rally and get the win. Kaukauna had last won 3 playoff games in 92 when it advanced to the Division II state championship game. It qualified for postseason play the past 2 seasons after having not reached the playoffs since 2008. Now, the Ghosts only won 4 playoff games between 92 and last season when they won a pair of games. So, Brett, you can kind of see the chasm there between playoff success. Looking at last year's stats, Noah Van Asten led the Ghosts in passing with 1,667 yards and 16 touchdowns. Hank Hoffman, team's leading rusher with 842 yards, 9 rushing touchdowns. First team all-conference mention, that was Hank Hoffman. Carson Sipple led the receivers with 37 catches for 552 yards and 9 scores. Hey, Ghosts head coach Matt Binsfield is a 96 Kaukauna High School graduate. He previously coached at Wrightstown, where he led the Tigers to the D4 state championship in 2011. I watched that game, Brett. Jackson Fox had a last-second touchdown. I think you were there, too, as well with me. Binsfield is in his 5th season at Kaukauna, and Kaukauna is the only FBA team to move ahead with fall football, so a little bit of a unique position. And their next game, tentatively, of course, at Plymouth next Friday, and a non-conference game kickoff scheduled for 7 o'clock. What can you tell me about the Greendale Martin Luther Spartans, Brett?
Yeah, Martin Luther 1-0 on the season. The Spartans, Ricardo, coming off a 61-6 shellacking of Shoreland Lutheran in last Friday's season opener. Brady Hoppert the sensational quarterback for Martin Luther, threw for 114 yards and 4 touchdowns, 2 to Andreas Griffin and 1 each to Jacob Hartlaub and Silveri Campbell. Hope I'm saying that right. We'll get to the name pronunciation here, but sensational wide receivers group for the Spartans. Jaden Bridgewater rushed for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns as Martin Luther, which led 61-zip at halftime, finished with 162 rushing yards and averaged 9.5 yards per carry. Griffin caught 2 passes for 46 yards, while Campbell also tallied 2 receptions for 45 yards. Hoppert, the son of Martin Luther head coach Rick Hoppert, had touchdown scores of 19, 2, 44, and 23 yards. The Spartans also scored on a punt return and 2 fumble returns. Now, Hoppert and Campbell, Ricardo, are one of the state's top passing duos. They're coming off a sensational 2019 season that saw Hoppert throw for 2,303 yards and 30 touchdowns while completing 61% of his throws. Campbell, meanwhile, finished with 61 receptions for 1,071 yards and 16 TDs. The two combined on a score in all 11 of the Spartans' games last season, and both were first-team All-Metro Classic selections. Griffin, a talented receiver in his own right, added 43 receptions for 651 yards and 7 touchdowns and earning second-team All-Conference mention. Martin Luther finished 8-3 last season, fell to Lake Mills in the second round of the Division IV playoffs. The Spartans have qualified for the playoffs in every season since 2016, winning 6 playoff games, Ricardo, over that span. Their best run came back in 2017 when they advanced to the state semifinals. Now, as I said, the Spartans had games on the schedule against Brown Deer tonight and then at Notre Dame, but both were canceled. So a road trip up to Kaukauna is just going to have to work for Martin Luther. And the Spartans up next for them against Racine St. Catherine's. That's next Friday in a Metro Classic game. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m.
So Martin Luther, a D4 team, but Brett, they are no joke.
No.
This is a team that has success. And then when you look at the size of some of these players, we were mentioning this before we went on, Brett. Campbell, 6'2", 220. That's NFL size for your receiver. So this is going to be quite a matchup in our opinion, because then you see Kaukauna, and we were mentioning one of their offensive linemen, Will DeGuy, 6'8", 354 pounds.
Wow.
So we have athletes on the field, I'll tell you that right now. And then Hank Hoffman, as we remembered, had a really nice season last year, at least started very nice. I think he had an injury in there. But we're expecting to see some explosiveness from both these teams, as we're about a minute and a half from the national anthem, I would say. Feels good to be back here. Brett, I have the heater going on down here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. You're kind of
a little soft.
You're kind of wimpy that way. I don't think it's too bad.
I'll tell you this much, my people, we don't like the cold weather. Us Latinos, we like it nice and warm, my friend.
Well, you had a nice warm summer. We all
did.
We
did. Had a great summer.
Beautiful summer. But I was telling Rosie before the game, kind of lucked out. If you look at the flagpole there on the right side by the scoreboard, there's no wind, no breeze, so that saves us a little bit from freezing cold temperatures here at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium.
Beautiful stadium, beautiful facility. Kaukauna has really invested in its youth, Brett, in its athletes. This is a community that takes pride in the success that they've had across a wide array of sports here. I think you and I are so well versed. And I know, because after some of their basketball games, I would wait for coach to come out and talk with me, and I would sit there, and they'd have their own little basketball theater seating set up, their room. So I was very impressed in how much that they really put into facilities here.
Yeah, their facilities take a backseat to nobody. I mean, it is just spectacular. Got their own indoor facility as well, and pretty lucky in this part of the state to have. Doesn't really matter the level. I mean, even some smaller level. I think like Little Chute next week when we go there, they have a really nice setup for Division IV for them. And
you know what place doesn't? Freedom. We'll have to talk about that as the broadcast goes on, my friend, as we have the national anthem. heard the applause here, Brett, and obviously the attendance is limited to family members for each player. I believe they had 2. They were able to have 2 for each player.
Kind of standard based on what I've been seeing. So hopefully we get a nice viewership audience tonight. We appreciate everybody checking us out tonight online. And hopefully, again, the first of a bunch of Varsity Game of the Week football live streams. I was just thinking October 2nd. Normally this would be, what, about week 8? Or roughly around there of the regular season?
I think you're right. Yeah, two in August typically. 6th, 7th or 8th week, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, and the Kaukauna Ghost. Make sure we get that, Rosie.
One of the coolest traditions, certainly around here, is when the Galloping Ghost delivers the game football. Remember, they used to do that at the old Bayorgian field down the road near the Fox River. The horse and the Galloping Ghost would actually trot onto the field and flip the football to the game official. But pretty cool stuff here at Kaukauna.
So yeah, October 2nd is the date of the first live stream. We're hoping to bring you as many as we can, Brett. In this,
yeah.
And we still postseason technically. Tentatively, I should say, it's 2 weeks after the regular season is over, but we'll see what happens with that.
Well, the problem right now that we're having certainly here in the Fox Valley region is this is a big-time hotspot now. So numbers are escalating, and as I said to Rosie, though, at some point that peak has to come back down again, right? It just can't keep going up and up and up. So,
well, we hope anyway. Yeah.
Hopefully, sooner rather than later, that peak trends in a better direction, and the numbers trend in a better direction. But yeah, as I said, was it March when we last streamed? It's almost been 7 months since we've live streamed a high school event, and that's too long. I've been really chomping at the bit to get back out here, and it's just great to be here. And even don't mind hanging out with you, Ricardo.
Oh, yeah.
It's not normally what I like to do, but, I wouldn't mind having my Friday nights busy for the next handful of weeks.
So Greendale, Martin Luther, located in a suburb of Milwaukee. And
you ever been there?
Oh, yeah. Many times, Greendale.
I don't think I have ever. Can you go past Greendale as you taking the bypass to the airport?
Well, that's a good question. I'm not sure. Can look that up here. When in doubt, Google, my friend.
And here comes the Galloping Ghost, Ricardo.
Such a cool tradition.
Flip the football, and very good omen for tonight. The official, he kind of got it. He's looking at his hands thinking, I got it, no problem.
Yeah, as we talked about, Greendale is about in the southwestern portion of Milwaukee metro area, just south of West Allis.
Okay.
And a little east of Hales Corner. So, I have a family member that lives very close by.
More importantly, will we have Ken the official as
yes.
our rules analyst?
I have texted Mr. Ken, and he said he will if we have any problems. And we have the logo still of Ken the official.
Good.
Helping us out. We really appreciate that, Ken. And we appreciate all of our viewers as we get ready for kickoff here with Greendale. Martin Luther set to receive. Again, a crisp night, about 44, 45 degrees. Not expecting any precipitation.
Big leg.
Big leg as that one's kicked into the end zone. And Martin Luther will start first down and 10 from their own 20.
Now, you were at a game last week, right? Where were you at? Where were you covering?
Yeah, I was covering Hilbert, Little
that's
Hilbert,
right, yeah.
and against Manitowoc Lutheran. That was a good game, actually. And let me tell you, they're a small school, Hilbert, but they're very well coached. And it was a good game. Hilbert, as we know, Brett, a D7 power. They've been to the state finals a few times during at least my time.
Yeah.
In Gannett. So always a very, very good team, well coached.
And
Mike
very good seating in their facility as well.
Yes, very nice.
I think they
stadium seating.
Yeah, I think they got those seats from Minnesota, I want to say. Hand off to number 21, and that's Fred Guyden.
It's officially no gain. Second down and 10 for the Spartans of Greendale.
So Martin
Luther.
Ricardo Holpert is the last name of the quarterback.
Okay.
So Brady Holpert and his father, Rick. And looking forward to watching him do his thing again. Big win last week, 61-6 over Shoreland Lutheran. So great start for...
Definitely a great start, but a big uptick in competition level, though, with the Ghost, Brett. And being taken down immediately.
Yeah, that was number 55, Ben Moore for the Galloping Ghost. 6'1", 250-pound senior got in there. Holpert nowhere to really go, but he didn't have a whole lot of time to set up once he kind of got back on his drop. And third and long coming up, so a good start for this Kaukauna defense.
Yeah, loss of 8 yards, so it'll be third down and 18. Brett, a tough start for Martin Luther.
I tell you what, Ricardo, tough start for me because I have my mask on and I'm using my binoculars. They're fogging up. I can't see.
Now you know how us guys with glasses feel, my friend. Third and 18. And Martin Luther will just run it right up the middle for a minimal gain, maybe a yard.
Yeah, I was guiding on the carry. I think that was Kyle Springstrow, the 6'1 senior, coming in fast. And right now you're seeing, as far as the war in the trenches, the battle, Kaukauna won that one on all 3 downs. So fourth down coming up, long punt, and Kaukauna, Ricardo, is going to get fantastic field position.
Yeah.
Probably going to start in Martin Luther territory as number 4 is back to receive the punt. That's Casey Landcourt, the senior.
Ghost got to be happy with that defensive series, Brett. 3 plays and -8.
Oh, great punt. Great punt, but nice hands by Landcourt. See if he can get across the 50. Dances away. And about the 45-yard line. So nice punt and good hands by Landcourt to go back on that ball, catch it on a cool night, as you alluded to. And great start for the Ghosts offensively.
9:39 left here in the first quarter. First down and 10. First offensive series from the 45 for Kaukauna. This is a team, again, with good size, good athletes.
Well, you said one of their big boys, right? Is that
Will DeGuy, number 71. I think he's their right guard.
We'll talk about him here in a little bit. I can see him at right guard.
Miller in motion for Kaukauna as they flood the right side, and that's going to be Hoffman off the left side, Brett.
Oh, boy, look at that speed just to get around that edge. Good blocking. Now, refresh my memory with Hank Hoffman. He was injured towards the end of the last year, wasn't he? Yeah.
But, give the Ghosts credit, Brett. They actually, again, they made it to the quarterfinals, even without Hoffman, who one of the best running backs in our area.
And so close to getting to those state semifinals. You got to give the staff here at Kaukauna High School, led by Matt Binsfeld, so much credit. He's really got this program on the rise.
9:34 left in the first quarter. Quick pass out. Sipple.
Yeah, good blocking, and that's another of those skill positions that return. Not only do you have a great running back in Hoffman, but you have a really nice slippery wide receiver in the junior Carson Sipple, and you can see his speed getting that ball out there in the flat quickly was number 12, Gannon Demler, the quarterback, and on the move are the Ghosts. Ball at the 7-yard line?
Gain of 7 yards. It'll be second down and 3 as we near the 9-minute mark here. Just underway at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium. No score yet, but Kaukauna driving a bit as Hoffman, this time nowhere to go.
Yeah, and I think that was Trevor Heyman, number 8. The linebacker was the one who met Hoffman, and then a whole bunch of Trevor's teammates came in there and cleaned up. So 3rd down coming, and you got to think it's 4th down territory without a doubt.
No gain on that one for Hoffman. And Hoffman's a 5'7", 160-pound running back, but he plays with a lot more power than what you would think. Built very low to the ground, great balance, triple receiver set to the left for Demler, and that's to Hoffman up the middle.
Boy, they had the edge
he's
set.
gonna be close,
they
yeah.
had the edge set, but he just found a hole. Good little cutback for Hoffman, and that's a 1st down. They're moving the sticks. You're right. The thing about Hoffman, not only is this slippery in his own right, but as you said, built low, and he can hide.
Yeah, especially again. Well, I think any running back could pretty much hide behind DeGuy. 6'8", 354-pound right guard.
Yeah, look at him, number 71. Maybe Rosie can zoom in on him. That is a big offensive lineman there.
But Brett, we're talking about DeGuy. He's 354. He doesn't look 300. When you imagine guys who weigh 354 pounds, you kind of maybe this is a little stereotypical. You think of a little sloppy, a little chubby. DeGuy does not look like that. He has a lot of space on that 6'8" frame.
Yeah, Rosie got a good shot of him right there. Again, senior, 6'8", 354, and looks like a procedure call backs up the ghost. But certainly one of the elite linemen in our area, and I know came close to making your elite 11 football team.
That's an all-valley team, and he was right there. As Demler now 1st and 15, rolling to his left.
Almost intercept. It is intercepted.
Brad, I think that was number 3.
Yes, it
Jaden
is.
Bridgewater.
The good hands. Looked like number 14, Campbell, got in there quickly, their star wide receiver. Then that ball kind of bounced up a little bit.
Brett, that was trouble from the start. He rolled out to his left, and really there was a lot of defenders over there, a lot of white shirts. Threw it into coverage, got tipped up and intercepted. Good play by the Martin Luther defense. And they'll start their offense, I should say, 1st and 10 from the 26 with 7:43 left in the 1st quarter. Quick handoff. Nowhere to go, Brad. Wow, that is Guyton.
Yeah, and credit number 42 for the ghost, Will Campbell, 6'1" junior, getting in there and really tripping up, staying on the play, coming from the backside, and nowhere for Guyton to go. I'm a little surprised. Thought maybe we'd kind of see more of a little bit of an aerial attack from Martin Luther with their great wide receivers and their quarterback.
I agree,
but maybe just kind of setting things up a little bit.
Possibly, but I think a lot of it is because they got pressure right away, Brett, in the first series. I'll tell you, that was a loss of a yard for Guyton.
Holpert on the run, looking nowhere to go. Good coverage downfield, and that's big number 95 chasing Holpert down. That's Daniel Disteraft. Hopefully I'm saying that right. 6'5" senior. So nowhere for Holpert to go right now, Ricardo. The DBs for the Ghosts sticking with their assignments and their wide receivers, and nobody's getting open, and Holpert brought down. And again, favorable down and distance for this Kaukauna defense. Look at how long. 3rd and about 18 to go.
Yeah, that's the second 3rd and 18 situation, and as many drives for Martin Luther.
Ball on the 18-yard line. As Holpert now nowhere to go. Whoa, just eludes that defender coming in. I didn't catch a number on that, but good job again. He just has nowhere to set up. Coming hard on the blitz. Holpert had to get himself on the run, and 4th down coming up. Really good effort by this Kaukauna defense so far, and again, they should have really nice favorable field position to set up for their second offensive series.
So yeah, we have 6 offensive plays for.
Can't be much for yardage, total
No,
yardage.
I think
Watch
it's
out, bad
-1.
punt. It's low.
Oh.
And nothing doing there. Just a bad snap was low, and that was number 10, the punter, Jacob Hartlob. Tried to get it out.
Are you sure that wasn't a fake punt to start, maybe?
No, I can't imagine that was based on field position. I just think it was a bad snap and was in the turf, and Hartlob tried to make something out of what was fast becoming nothing on that. And look at this field position. Ball at the 25-yard line for the Ghosts. So Kaukauna coming off of a turnover, and we'll see if it can right itself here a little bit, maybe get that running game going and try to punch one in. Conversely, we'll see if this Martin Luther defense, which forced a turnover, can continue to play opportunistic football on that side of the field. And Kaufman with the carry, maybe a couple, and that will be about a 2-yard gain. So a ball at the 23, 2nd and 8 coming up. Again, thanks to everybody checking us out live tonight on our first Varsity Game of the Week Prep Football live stream. I'm Brett Christopherson hanging out with Ricardo Arguello. Jim Rosandick is in the bleachers in front of us. We are masked up. We are socially distanced.
Yep.
Everybody's safe here with the crew, and a beautiful night for a high school football game. So thanks for checking us out as Hoffman with the carry dances around, finds his way through the middle, and down to about the 10. Just about broke free and got himself into the end zone, but nice little run. And that's what you were talking about earlier, Ricardo. Again, low to the ground, hard to see, quick, and he's going to come off the field for a quick breather. Hank Hoffman.
5 carries, 31 yards already for Hoffman, Brett.
1st and goal at the 10. There's a handoff left side. Big hole and almost into the end zone is number 20. Not quite. That's Hunter Natrop. Do we have a flag? Looks like we do have a penalty, so I'm guessing that's probably coming back. You can be a block in the back.
So a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, Brett. So we'll see where that puts them.
And we saw that last series too. A penalty, a procedure penalty preceded then the turnover. So something for this Ghost team to kind of clean up here a little bit in the early stages. Don't want to stymie any momentum that you've built.
So 1st and goal to goal now from the 13th, Brett. Essentially, they used 3 yards of field position, retained the down, though. Three receivers far side for Kaukauna.
Ooh.
One-on-one.
Oh, just
Ooh.
Out of reach, and that was number 84 for the Ghosts, Logan Fitzhugh.
We've heard of that name before.
6'3" senior. Trying to hit Fitzhugh on that corner route.
I like that, Brett. A lot of room for Fitzhugh to work with, as well as Demler.
Got the size, too.
Absolutely.
So 2nd down and goal to go, I believe, right?
It is. Demler over the middle, but Brett, I don't know if there was miscommunication there. I mean, I guess the closest receiver was Austin Miller. But quickly, third down, and goal to goal from the 13.
By the way, new feature for our games, at least this week. We'll see if I can keep up. There is a ticker scrolling at the bottom of the screen with post-crescent games. See Little Shoot Marinette, so I'll try to update those as fast as I can.
And I'll try helping you out.
It might be a little bit here and there, but Jim Rosendick putting together that new feature for our games is nowhere to go, and just brought down. Campbell brings down Natrop, but good job by the quarterback.
A little bit of a jump pass there, Brett.
Yeah, Gannon Demler, I didn't think he had anywhere to go with that ball, but you're right, little jump pass and found Natrop. So 4th down and goal at the 3-yard line.
Are they going for the kick? It looks like they are.
Well, they got Hank Hoffman back into the huddle, so let's see. I think they're going for this. I don't think they're going to kick.
I think you're right, Brett. Look, they're going to a single, well, not single back, but Demler, the quarterback, is on the right side as the handoff goes to Hoffman.
Nothing. Good pursuit, and I think that was number 2 right away. Griffin, the linebacker, senior linebacker, also an outstanding wide receiver, the first to meet Hoffman, and again, a drive that great field position for the Ghosts, but they just can't get any points on the scoreboard.
It looks like a first game for the Ghosts. Their first drive, Brett, ended at the 27-yard line out with an interception. This one on a turnover on downs at the 3.
But again, seeing penalties kind of turning things a little bit disjointed, I guess, for Kaukauna. At least certainly flags that have stopped what looked like pretty positive momentum for Kaukauna. So let's see if Martin Luther can take advantage of the turnover and downs. Long way to go, ball at the 2-yard line, but they've got an explosive offense. And we'll see if Hopert, who's looking for some time and maybe try to set up, I think, a little bit of a screen there on the far side of the field to Fred Guyton, the talented running back.
I do like that play, Brett, because obviously that is the best deterrent against the active rush.
Plus, it gives you a little bit of wiggle room, get yourself off of that goal line there a little bit. I don't think Hopert maybe had a little bit of a happy feet, nervous feet there in the end zone with that pass rush that's been shown to be a little disruptive tonight for that Kaukauna defense.
2nd down and 6 from the 6 for Greendale Martin Luther. Brett, I'm trying to get some scores here for you, my friend.
Hopert, handoff. Ooh. Whole bunch of Kaukauna defenders wrapping up. See if I can get a number on that. Looks like that was number 3 for the Spartans, Jaden Bridgewater. So 3rd down and about 5 or 6 yards to go. Well, they're going to back. Loss of 2 on the play. Ricardo Bridgewater dropped for a 2-yard loss. So 3rd and about 8. Ball on the 4-yard line. And so far, scoreboard says zeros, but Ricardo Kaukauna winning the battle of field position easily right now. So Martin Luther needs a big play to, at the very least, flip field position. We'll see what Hopert has here, and it's going to be a little play action going deep down to the sideline, and what a catch!
Oh, my goodness.
What a catch!
Wow. Brett, that was perfect positioning by the defensive back as well.
Sylvier Campbell, Ricardo. And we were talking about how good that combination has been. And talk about flipping field position. That was a huge play. Just threw the ball up to his talented wide receiver and said, win the battle, and he did. That one swung out to Leonard McLean. Nothing doing there on that. The Ghosts reading that. And maybe, yeah, I think that's a 1-yard loss. But Hopert and Campbell, Ricardo, I was reading a story by our colleague down at the Journal-Sentinel, Kurt Hogue, and really saying that the development between the quarterback and the wide receiver, the trust is Rick Hopert, the head coach, is really giving his quarterback license and his wide receiver to kind of change things up based on what the defense is doing. You know, kind of let them run the offense a little bit. And he said he's going to be a little bit more hands-off even this season since they've been able to prove that they can change things on the fly. And Hopert's going to have to come up with a big 3rd down play again as Bridgewater dropped quickly. And this Spartans running attack, Ricardo, really non-existent so far.
Yeah, you know, they're trying to hit the perimeter with Kaukauna, but the Ghosts way too much speed to attempt those kind of plays, Brett. In my opinion, I think they're better just going right up the middle. Nice flow for the Kaukauna defense. 3rd and 16 at the 29 for Martin Luther, and really that 30-yard pass to Campbell. Really the only offensive yards for Greendale Martin Luther.
Holpert on the run. He was pressured again pretty hard. That was number 95 for Kaukauna, Daniel Distraft. We called his name again. 6'5", 230 pounds, showing some speed on that defensive side, and Holpert had to get rid of that ball quickly, and here comes a 4th down as number 4 for the Ghosts, Casey Landcourt, back to receive this punt. Big, high punt. Landcourt is telling everybody, get away from it. Takes a nice Spartans bounce, and on that turf field is going to stop right at the 30-yard line. So I think you've got the play sheet in front of you. I think this is the first time Kaukauna starting in its own territory here tonight.
Yes, you're correct, Brett. Starting at the 45 on their first series, 25-yard line of Martin Luther on their second. Wausau West, Wisconsin Rapids tied at 0-0. Important, or not important, but an interesting game to watch is Hortonville Polar Bears against DC Everest, Brett. That's kind of a big game there in the Valley Football Association.
Okay, Chad Janetsky sending me a tweet. I appreciate that, Chad. Great job announcing so far. Just an FYI, it is pronounced Hoppert, like a frog, hop. So I was hearing what the PA announcer was saying. So it is Brady Hoppert and Rick Hoppert. So thank you so much, Chad, for letting us know what's going on there. Appreciate that. And thanks for watching. Thanks for the kind words.
2nd down and 9 from the 31 for Kaukauna. You know, to get back to Martin Luther, Brett, really, if I was, and I'm not a coach, as you well know, I would just look for Campbell on every play. Is that too simplistic for you?
Well, they do have other talented players. Nice throw. Tough throw on the run, and nice catch. Beautiful little move.
Austin Miller.
Yeah. And how about Gannon Demler showing a little zip with his arm? That's a tough throw. That's a long throw.
That's how the quarter will end, Brett. 0-0 between Kaukauna and Greendale Martin Luther. That's a 16-yard pass play, by the way, to Austin Miller from Demler. And we start the second quarter. It'll be 1st down and 10 at the 47 for the Kaukauna Ghosts here at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium.
Gives me an opportunity maybe to update that ticker. Rosie working me a little hard for this opener.
That's right. But Kaukauna now in Greendale Martin Luther territory. Again, the Ghosts' last drive ended on a turnover on downs down at the 2-yard line.
I do see a Xavier 13 FVL 6 in the Apple Bowl. See if I can find that here. There we go. And Rosie will be happy to know that I was able to update at least one score on the ticker so far. I'll get more going here.
You know, Wrightstown and Luxembourg-Casco are also scoreless after one.
As are we here at the Bank of Kaukauna Stadium. Scoreless game heading into the second quarter.
For Kaukauna, 1st down and 10 at the 46. They are near midfield. Pass quickly to Sipple, who has plenty of running room.
And speed, too. Stepped out of bounds, but I think Kaukauna would be well served to try to get him the ball a little bit more because of his speed and athleticism. Get him in space.
Another 16-yard gain, back-to-back 16-yard gains for Kaukauna through the air, Brett.
Yeah, it's a tough little matchup, I think, for Martin Luther. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, Kaukauna ready to go. Hoffman dives forward. across the 35-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 34. And Ricardo, now coming in the second quarter, you're seeing some pace from this Ghosts offense.
Well, they can move the ball. That we know. It's a matter of them finishing their drives. As we have a stoppage in play. By the way, Brett, Cedar Grove, Belgium, up 6-0 over Hilbert.
Okay.
That's at the end of the first quarter. That's according to our friend Tom Dombeck.
Looks like Martin Luther wants to call a timeout. What was the score of that?
6-0, Cedar Grove, Belgium, over Hilbert. We resume action. It'll be 2nd down and 6 from the 34. As Kaukauna looking to get on the scoreboard here. They're battling Greendale Martin Luther here at Bank of, I almost said Bank of America, Bank of Kaukauna Stadium.
I'm sorry, you said Cedar Grove is leading 6-zip?
Yes, over Hilbert.
Okay. We need a guy just to run the ticker.
Get a 4-man crew up here, Brett. But I think we'd rather have another additional cameraman, though.
Maybe we'll get Mike Sherry to run the ticker tonight. Of course, our colleague Mike Sherry, you know, he's hanging out at Post Crescent headquarters waiting for those scores to roll in here on a Friday night. Week 2 of the most unique football season in certainly my memory. Going deep. Got him.
Wide open.
Got it in. He is in. Wow. 34 yards, Ricardo. And that's Logan Fitzhugh.
Fitzhugh, the big target for Kaukauna. Brett, that was a beautiful pass. Big Hugh did not have to break stride. He had beat his defender. That was pretty easy. Well, it appeared to be easy pitch and catch.
First score of the night goes to the Ghosts, a 34-yard hookup. And we'll see if the PAT will be good, as number 19 is your kicker. Spot looks good, snap looks good, and the kick is good. And that was number 19, Kyle Seefeld. And with 11:25 to play here in the second quarter, Ghosts with the early lead, or the first lead, I should say, 7-0.
I'm updating my Twitter account. You can follow me at PC Ricardo. Brett's at PC Brett. So don't forget about Rosie at Metal Rosie.
Yeah, Fitzhugh, he just beat his defender, and Demler really put the ball in the perfect spot. Just hit Fitzhugh in stride, going into the end zone.
And it was a one-read route. I mean, he looked at Fitzhugh's. He had confidence that Fitzhugh would beat his man off the line of scrimmage. He did. And in my opinion, very, very nice pitch and catch. You know, McHugh really didn't have to break stride, and it was a beautiful pass from Demler.
Here's a look at the Ghosts offense. Sitting down, going to take a look at that huddle system and go through some of the highs and maybe some of the teaching points of that last offensive series, as Kaukauna getting ready to kick off after that 34-yard score. We look across the field. I see a house there. They got a little bonfire there in their driveway, so you know they're trying to watch a little high school football here tonight from across the road. Really, kind of an interesting, nice area, a growing area, a growing part of Kaukauna. Some really nice homes back here. I've taken some bike rides over the summer back in there. Fun little ride. They have a nice CE trail just across the street. It'll take you all the way from here to almost downtown Appleton.
Yes, CE Trail is down over by where I live, actually, on the east side of Appleton.
Ends up hooking up with the Newberry Trail, takes you into Tallulah Park by where you are, and I can take a nice little ride along the Fox River and into the old industrial flats of Appleton. So it's a fun ride. Beautiful little spot of the Fox Valley area right over here, the heart of the valley area, as they like to call it. First and 10 coming up for the Spartans. Let's see what kind of an answer Brady Hoppert has. And these talented position players for the Spartans. The problem is for the quarterback, he just hasn't had a whole lot of time to set up and scan that field. And play action. Hoppert, he's got some time, but again, a little hurried though at the end. Looked like that pass was intended to Andreas Griffin, but falls incomplete.
And Brett, Kaukauna, well, they sent a late blitzer, but really a 3-man rush to start, and then with the late blitzer, a 4-man rush. But they're getting pressure. I don't want to say almost immediately, but on that play, he wasn't very comfortable in the pocket.
You wonder if the Spartans we're trying to maybe try to set up some underneath stuff, get that ball out quickly, maybe some slants.
2 safeties back for the Ghosts on defense as that one quickly out to Campbell.
Yeah, and that's a nice little good pitch and catch. You know, get into a rhythm, get the ball into one of your top players, and work yourself free for that first down.
Ball will be marked at the 32, so a 12-yard gain for Campbell. 2 catches, 42 yards for that young man. Hilbert ties it up with CGB. Just to give you a heads up there, Brett. 7-yard run by Dorr.
6 apiece?
Yes. Here at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium, first down and 10 at the 32, nearing the 11-minute mark here in the second quarter. Ghosts with the 7-0 lead.
Oh, a little sidearm.
Oh,
no!
Oh!
I thought that was intercepted.
It was intercepted, and it went off his hands into the hands of number 32, Leonard McLean.
Good awareness by McLean, because I thought that was a pick 6 coming. I was looking at the defender, and all of a sudden he kind of stopped, didn't have the ball, and McLean has it, first down.
23-yard gain on a wacky play.
Looked like a little sidearm throw by Hopper too, but wow.
That's one of those oh no, oh yes kind of plays. But
I thought the Kaukauna defender had it the whole way and was going to go into the end zone untouched, but not to be. And again, good awareness by McLean on a ball that looked like it just kind of bounced his way as Hopper swings it over. Nice catch. And now
Griffin.
this Martin Luther offense is going. Griffin, yeah, Ricardo. Now you're seeing them getting the ball out a little bit faster and letting these skill position players use their skill. And quickly to the line of scrimmage now are the Spartans. Ooh, well, Hopper just got it out, but that's McLean again looking for blockers, now doing it himself inside the 30, down to about the 27-yard line. How about Leonard McLean, Ricardo, refusing to go down?
Is he down?
But
right
now I think he is down, and he looks like he's in some pain. Oh, I hate to see that.
Oh, wow, he is really in pain. His helmet's off. Ball will be marked at the 27-yard line, so that's an 11-yard gain for McLean. 5'9", 170-pound junior, Brett.
Yeah, you see Jacob Hartlob, number 10 there, trying to help out his teammate a little bit, but yeah, he's hurting, and I hate to see that after really a nice little finish to that play. He was not going to go down easy, and unfortunately he got hurt on the play, and let's see what they're trying to look at.
They're trying to assess if he's okay to be lifted off the ground. He's going to need assistance to get to the sideline now. It's a tough break for Martin Luther.
Yeah, it's that right leg, so he can't put any weight on it.
1st and 10, though, for the Spartans at the 28 of Kaukauna. So this is the best-looking drive that Martin Luther has had all game.
Yeah, and it's too bad. McLean's had a big part of this drive as well, and he's going to have to go off to the sideline to take a look at that right leg.
Tough break for Martin Luther as they lose McLean. First down and 10 at the 28 with 9:54 left here in the second quarter. Martin Luther down 7-0 to Kaukauna. Ghost scored on a 34-yard touchdown pass from Demler to Fitzhugh. Martin Luther looking to even the score.
Hopper going downfield. Well, I can't tell. Broken up.
Yeah, Kaukana's Gabe Hammond had it in his hands. Couldn't hold on, but yeah, I think he had the pick.
Gabe Hammond, a 6'3" senior,
Big
going
corner
against the 6'2" Hartlub. That's a nice battle, and really close either way to a touchdown or an interception. Both the players really battling hard for that ball. Falls incomplete. So what? 2nd and 10 coming up for the Spartans.
Brett, 2nd down and 10 from the 28, and looks like they're rolling coverage over a little bit to Campbell. Bracket coverage possibly. I would do that.
Oh, wow. Nice job by Campbell. Watch out. Gets in that open field, and that's a first down. Nice little play. Just comes back. A little bit of a screen type look to it, and just weaves his way back to the middle of the field. First down, getting the ball again into the hands of one of the top receivers really in the state.
Yeah.
He's a prospect. And ball at the 15-yard line. So a drive that opened up at the 20-yard line. Really first sizable successful drive for the Spartans tonight. Ooh.
Finding some room just a bit.
That's Bridgewater.
Yeah.
I think we have a flag. And block in the back coming up, so against the Spartans. So that's going to back up the Spartans here. 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 7-0 lead for the Ghosts on that 34-yard hookup from Gannon Demler to Logan Fitzhugh. That came with 11:25 to play in the second quarter.
Be first down and 11 at the 16, so effectively it's a 1-yard penalty. They do get the down back, though. Knocked at the line of scrimmage.
Miscommunication there. I think
it was Zach Eiting. It looked like it was blocked.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the receiver on the route, Andreas Griffin. He was going towards the end zone. So 2nd and 11, ball on the 16-yard line for the Spartans.
2nd down and 11. You're right, Brett. 8:31 left here in the second quarter. Now, if you're Martin Luther, you got to get some points here. Wouldn't you say, Brett? You can't waste this opportunity.
Yeah, I got to get something on the scoreboard without a doubt. And let's see what Spartans have dialed up here in the 2nd down play. Whoa, watch out. Hopper wasn't ready for it, and he's just going to have to fall on it. And quick snap. I don't think the quarterback in the center's clearly not on the same page on that one. So what was a promising drive now going backwards for Martin Luther.
Yeah, ball all the way back to the 28, so a loss of 12 on that, Brett. Makes it 3rd and 23. So that's where they'll mark the ball. Again, the ball's at the 28.
So penalty against the Spartans will be declined. Sets up a third and a long ways to go.
I have it unofficially as 23 yards, Brett.
Well, let's see what's in the Spartan playbook for 3rd and 23. They got the quarterback and they got the receivers. Watch out, going deep downfield. Hopper two. I think that's caught.
Wow.
And it is. Jacob Hartlob. Is that, how long was that?
28.
28 yards. Wow. Well, Ricardo, I guess they did have a 3rd and 23 play in the playbook.
Well, I will say this, is that not only that, they didn't go to Campbell, who maybe you would think they'd go to. That shows you the trust that he has in his receivers.
Wow. That was a beautiful throw. Excellent catch, and the kick is up, and looks like it's good for, I think that was Josh Eggert, and just like that, it's a tie ball game here at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium. 7-7 with 8:22 remaining.
Just updating my Twitter on that, Brett. Again, you can follow me at PC Ricardo. Brett's at PC Brett C. Rosie's at Middle Rosie. Yeah, but a 28-yard touchdown pass on 3rd and 23.
Chad Janetsky, we appreciate you guys' work. Just happy our boys can play this homecoming week. So, again, thank you, Chad, for tuning in and checking us out. First live stream of the season for us. The first one, as I said, in 7 months. Never would have thought that back in March. Did you ever think we'd still be dealing with this back in March?
No, not at all. Not
Hard.
6 months late, 7 months later.
7 months later, yeah. And Trent Tetzloff, our buddy. Rudy is on TV tonight, and all I can think about is how much Brett obsesses this movie. It's true, Trent. But I only watch it once a year, and that is on Thanksgiving morning. That is the only time I can watch Rudy, just like come March Madness is the only time I'm allowed to watch Hoosiers. Which, by the way, was a question from our Clubhouse Live challenge this past week. Clubhouse Live with Green Bay Packers wide receiver Alan Lazard. We'll talk about that at halftime and how you can watch that show virtual this season. Fortunately, we got some rough news about our co-host Alan Lazard.
Yeah, I'll let you explain a little bit more, but that was shocking.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at halftime, but that came out of left field. Hate to see our co-host down and out for a while. Hopefully he can bounce back quickly as the Ghosts, and it looks like, is that number 20 with the ball? I think that was Hunter Natrop.
Well, you see some of that explosiveness from Martin Luther, and now Kaukauna has themselves a game here, 7-7 with 8:18 left in the first half.
Chad Janetsky talking about how good this Martin Luther baseball team should be in the spring. He said Hartlob, shortstop, conference player of the year as a sophomore, committed to Ball State.
Nice.
And Hopper, a unanimous first-team pitcher as a sophomore, uncommitted. So that makes sense. A good quarterback.
Oh,
Gonna be
Campbell
a
with a nice
pitcher.
tackle.
Yeah, how about that? Nowhere to go for Carson Sipple. So appreciate Chad giving us a little background on the Martin Luther Spartans athletic program. And Spartans holding their own against a team from the Fox Valley Association, Ricardo, a D4 team.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on that so far?
Well, we knew they were a good team, though. This isn't your typical D4 team. They got playmakers all over the place. It's Hoffman.
Speaking about a playmaker, ooh.
Campbell, though,
yeah,
not
Campbell
having it.
Campbell just meets up Hoffman and says, "You're done, and I'm going to shove you out of bounds." So third down coming up. Big third down play for the Ghosts. Clock running, 7:20 and counting.
3rd down and 4.
Yep.
3 receivers near side as we have a stoppage in play. I think the chain gang over there is having some problems.
Speaking of houses across the street, how would you like to be that house directly across from us, Ricardo, behind the bleachers? There's not a whole lot of room on a Friday night football. You're going to get blasted from the lights as the Ghost going deep downfield. Ricardo intercepted. Intercepted. That was number 10.
Wow, Hartlob.
Yep, he's had a big game. And maybe the ball didn't float enough outside for the intended receiver, and Hartlob just came across and just picked it right out of the sky. And that's going to set up the Spartans at the 38-yard line. So turnover. There's a there's a good look at that house right across the street, Ricardo, as I'm talking about. How'd you like to have that every Friday night with the lights blasting into your driveway and into your living room? Hopefully they don't mind.
Martin Luther right now has a real chance to take this momentum, Brett, and going up a score or something, because first down and 10 off the interception at their own 38. I mean, but, I'm looking over to the far side of the field with Campbell. I wonder when that duo is going to hit up again.
Ooh, good job by number 53 for the Ghost, Sam Schuhart, 6'3" senior. And that was Bridgewater on the carry, so a loss of about 4 yards. And I was just going to say, I thought Martin Luther in that last offensive series really found something in that passing game. Kind of got into a quick rhythm stuff, getting the ball out quickly, and this time they try a little run, kind of stretch things out a little bit, but the Ghosts all over that. So second and long coming up as Hoppert finds Campbell.
Ooh, look out.
And he's using his blockers, and he's got a first down and more. And that's what I'm saying. Get the ball out fast. You got these weapons all over the field if you're Martin Luther. And the thing about Campbell, Ricardo, is he's listed. He's number 14, 6'2", 220 pounds. That's a big, strong kid to try to wrap up. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, Hoppert and the Spartans at midfield. There's a handoff to, I think that was Bridgewater.
Yeah, and a minimal gain, maybe of 1 yard.
Spartans running that hurry-up offense. Back to the line of scrimmage quickly.
I like the tempo.
Yeah, I do too.
Trying to see what kind of coverage they're going to give against the playmaker Campbell.
Hoppert, good job. Oh, sneaks out of it somehow. It looked like there were a couple times where he was going to fall down, and now let's see who's down on the ground, and that is number 2 for the Spartans, Andreas Griffin, one of their talented receivers, and hate to see this. So injuries starting to pile up a little bit as Griffin, now he's going to jog off the field. Hopefully he's all right. It's good to see him run off.
Yeah, they've already lost McLean. Another good playmaker for them. 5:20 left here in the second quarter. All tied up. But Green Day Martin Luther looking to add on to that score. 3rd and 8 from the 48 of Kaukauna.
Hoppert has it. It's getting pressured. Setting up a little screen. Nope.
Oh. Brett, I think that's McLean. He's back out there.
No, that was
Guyden. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Brett, I'm looking at number 75, the big kid for Greendale Martin Luther. That's Takavion Elam. He's 6'3", 295, a sophomore. And we've already seen a couple of high snaps and maybe
well, there was one
misfires, and he's just a young kid, just a sophomore.
Now look at this, 4th down. There's no way they're really going to go for this. Are they at midfield with 4:53 to play? It's going to be a little pooch punt maybe coming up.
Yeah.
As Hoppert kind of drops back a little bit, and that's exactly what he's going to do. And gets a nice Spartan bounce past the 10, and they're trying Trying to blow it a little bit farther, maybe another yard or two. Looks like to set it up at the 9-yard line. Got a nice tweet from our colleague, Mike Sherry. Says, great job. Great watching and listening to his boys. You, me, and Metal Rosie. It's been way too long, and I agree, Mike. It's been way too long. Just hope we can keep this going. Actually, we got a fun matchup already set up for next week. Be Little Chute Wrightstown, just down the road at Fitzpatrick Field. That's a nice press box, nice setup over there. Neighborhood setting with like a lot of houses around there. Handoff goes to Hoffman, trying to squeeze his way and twist and turn and past the 15-yard line to about the 17. See that Kaukauna defense in front of us. They're taking their turns, checking out the replays from the huddle system, Ricardo. It's amazing how technology infiltrated all the way down to the high school level now.
Absolutely.
Hoffman with the carry and a good job. Spinning his way, still on his feet, moving that pile forward. They can't get him down.
Yes, now everyone's kind of a little bit of a rugby scrum there.
Hey, credit the officials for not blowing that whistle too fast, letting it play out a little bit. Ball at the 27-yard line, and we'll see if get a little bit of a hurry-up offense for the Ghosts. Are they going to huddle up here? No, they're going to huddle up and take their time. Kaukauna still with all 3 timeouts remaining. Plenty of time here as clock running, under 4 minutes to play until we reach halftime. Stick with us at half. We got things to talk about.
That's Natrup.
And brought down quickly. So 2nd and 10 coming up for the Ghosts. Again, thanks to everybody who's watching us on this chilly Friday evening on postcrescent.com and facebook.com/postcrescent.
By the way, I have Hoffman for 64 yards rushing on 11 carries. So nice night for him.
2nd and 10 coming up. Ball at the 27-yard line for Kaukauna. Let's see what Gannon Demler has in this play. As Demler drops back, he's on the run. He's going to have to get rid of it. Throws out of bounds. And a good pursuit by that Spartans defense.
Yeah, they came crashing off their left side. And that put Demler on the run almost immediately, Brett. 2:56 left here in the first half. 7-7 game.
Big 3rd down coming up for Kaukauna. 3rd and 10. Watch out.
Oh, corner route here,
He's
Brett.
open. Is that Fitzhugh again? And there it is. That connection. That was a 34-yard touchdown strike earlier this quarter. And how about a huge 3rd and 10 play, Ricardo? Just rainbows it over to the sideline and lets his big target pluck it from the sky and in Martin Luther territory. Again, he was kind of free and wide open there.
Yeah, you know, that's one of those plays that take a while to develop because the route is a longer route. But Demler was patient and got to give McHugh. Actually, you know, that those kind of routes there, Brett, right on the sideline, McHugh has to not only catch, he has to make sure that his feet are in bounds when he does, because that was right on the sideline.
And give Demler credit because it's not like he had all day to throw. He had some pressure there late.
I believe that is Natrop. That ball is at the 44 of Martin Luther. 2-yard gain.
There goes a motorcyclist speeding.
Yeah, you know.
I don't know if anybody saw that on the live stream.
Nobody was really impressed. I don't understand. I mean,
I heard that. I thought we're just down the road from Wisconsin International Raceway. I thought maybe the race cars were out tonight.
3 receivers near side for Kaukauna. Demler.
Going again deep downfield, and is that Fitzhugh again? Incomplete.
He had it on the way down. I think he got jarred loose, Brett, as he hit the ground. But nice. I like how they're attacking that side of or actually just going to, I should say, McHugh. I mean, he's a big kid, Brett.
Yeah, he is.
6'3", 176.
Logan Fitzhugh, a senior, and just about coming down with that one on the far sideline. So 3rd and we'll call it 8-yard line, or 8 yards to go from the 44, but something to kind of keep watching. Number 84 for the Ghosts. They're liking those one-on-one matchups. And they're going to get it to Sipple in space, and he's got the first down, just lowers his head across the 35, down to about the 34, maybe the 33.
They got to the 34, so a 10-yard gain, but another first down for Kaukauna.
Again, just quick, get it out, and let your wide receiver do the work. So ball at the 34-yard line, and they're quickly to the line of scrimmage. Still 3 timeouts remaining for the Ghosts here, so don't have to panic too much as Natrop with the carry to about the 30. And we'll see if Matt Binsfield wants to use a timeout. No, he's going to kind of let that clock keep going. 2nd down and we'll call it about 6.
Brett, I noticed Hank Hoffman's on the table there. I'm not sure if he was getting something taped up or looked at. But obviously Natrop has been getting the lion's share of the carries thus far in the 2nd quarter.
Swinging it wide open over the middle of the field. That's going to be a first down. Brought down hard, but not before Cody Gaber, the senior, 6'3", 165 pounds. Nice find by Demler, Ricardo, just, again, scanning the field and finding his receiver wide open, and still all 3 timeouts to go as we approach that 1-minute mark. Demler's got it. He's going to have to get rid of it.
Oh, he has him.
Down to Fitzhugh, and I think that's out of bounds.
Well, he had McHugh. McHugh had a step on his defender, Brett. If he had thrown that maybe a second earlier, there was more room to work with in the back of the end zone, Brett. But boy, McHugh's really making himself open.
Fitzhugh,
yes.
There are McHughes too around here too. Yep, that's a popular name. But Logan Fitzhugh, certainly a focal point offensively here tonight. 2nd down, ball. We're at the 14 or 15.
And they're leaving.
14.
They're leaving Fitzhugh by himself.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
Or his defender.
Demler likes those matchups.
I mean, he's open again.
Coming down. Oh, he had Sipple, and Sipple catches that. He might score.
Yeah, it's Strohmeyer who's covering Fitzhugh, Brett, and they're just letting him battle him one-on-one.
Boy, the Spartans, though, Ricardo, really bringing it and not giving Demler much time to set up and try to find his favorite target right now. So 3rd down coming up, 50 seconds remaining. Ball at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, prime opportunity for Kaukauna. They got to get this one into the end zone because I think Martin Luther is going to be able to hit some long plays, Brett, the rest of the game.
Demler, boy, again, going up to Fitzhugh, is it? I think he got it, and they're going to call a flag, but that's a touchdown.
It is.
14-yard throw.
Let me tell you.
One-on-one, Ricardo.
You know, Martin Luther is asking a lot of Strohmeyer to go against that 6'3" frame of Fitzhugh. And Strohmeyer's 5'11", 160, so he's given up 4 or 5 inches there, Brett.
Imagine that's going to have to be a defensive adjustment coming up. You can't leave that type of mismatch, size mismatch, one-on-one.
He got flagged, but it wasn't bad coverage. It's just how do you can't match up in those cases.
Well, that's the 2nd touchdown of the night for Fitzhugh as he comes off the field. Yeah, he's kind of got that look like no big deal, piece of cake. I got it.
So we have a new kicker for.
Yeah, I see that, number 33.
That's Gavin Lamb. $13-0 lead. Looking to add to that extra point.
Whoa! Yeah, and that got through.
Knuckleballed in there.
As long as it goes through the uprights.
That's right.
So 14-7 lead for the Ghosts. Late touchdown. 44 seconds remaining. Demler to Fitzhugh again. Earlier this quarter, a 34-yard hookup, and now a 14-yard hookup. And let you kind of figure out the stats here at halftime, but Fitzhugh's got to have a nice little night going here from a receiving standpoint.
Again, you can follow me on Twitter at PC Ricardo, Brett's at PC Brettsy, and Rosie's at Metal Rosie.
It's funny, my wife and I talk about this all the time. As you you look at, I just was wondering what time it was because it's so dark. It's only 8 o'clock. Feels like it's like 10 o'clock, doesn't it? When get so used to those long days, and now you hit October, and those days are getting shorter and shorter.
Brett, near the end of the first half, Xavier 33, FBL 6.
The Apple Bowl, the 50th edition. Looks like the Apple Bowl going to be in that Xavier trophy case next to Rocky Blyer's bronze shoe. Game being played at Rocky Blyer Field, of course. Hey, Xavier's got a nice team this year.
They do, and I talked to Hankins, I want to say this past Saturday. We had a nice little chat, and he feels really good, Brett. Now, listen, he's a guy who's always half full with the optimism, half cup, half full kind of guy. But when he told me that, he has 10 starters returning on offense, or defense, I'm sorry, and a bunch returning on offense, especially when your 3-year starter at quarterback is Zuliger, he feels pretty good about them. Xavier's never been short of athletes.
No.
So it's a matter if they have the depth at that time, and they do this year.
The unfortunate thing is this year.
This year, right.
And what's going on, it just they got a team that maybe could make in a normal year a run possibly to Madison with all the talent they have, and unfortunately, just not going to get that opportunity. 1st and 10 coming up for the Spartans with 44 seconds to go. The Spartans with 2 timeouts remaining, Ricardo. And I guess if you're Rick Hoppert, what are you thinking? You still got playmakers.
I'd go to Campbell.
Yeah.
They're rolling the safety. I assume they're going to be paying a lot of attention to him. But
just going to run it to Jaden Bridgewater. And I think they're just going to be content to let that clock run.
Well, they do get the ball to start the second half, so. But no gain on that play for Bridgewater. Bridgewater, a junior, 5'9", 185 pounds. Seconds tick away here. I think that might be. I think they have to run one more play. As Zach Eiding is the junior is imploring the Ghost to get revved up here.
Oh, it is going to be the end
of the first half. Okay. That's how the first half will end. 14-7 lead for Kaukauna here at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium over the visiting Greendale Martin Luther Spartans. Big old receiver Logan Fitzhugh with a couple of touchdown receptions to lead Kaukauna. So I'll update that one on Twitter. Again, follow me at PC Ricardo. Brett's at PC Brettsy. Good test for Kaukauna. I'm glad they were able to get Martin Luther on the schedule because that's a good team. Yes, it's it's 2 divisions lower than they are, but they got some guys who can make some plays, and they match up with them pretty well, at least from the skill set, Brett, part of the game.
Just going to try to update those scores on the ticker here, if I can.
Good. See if I got some other ones here, Brett, for you. Again, we're at halftime here at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium. 14-7 lead for the Kaukauna Ghosts. The first live stream of the season for USA Today Network Wisconsin. I'm Ricardo Arguello, hanging out with Brett Christopherson. And chilling, and I mean literally outside, is Jim Rosandick bringing you those high-definition shots. We thank you for tuning in tonight. We have the windows open here in the press box. It is a little chilly in here, but I got a nice heater at my feet. As Brett updates the system here. See if I can get you some of these scores as well. Winneconne leads Berlin 19-0 at the half. See what else I can got for you. In terms of local scores, Wausau West 14, Wisconsin Rapids 0. Wisconsin Rapids really struggling to start the season. They lost 41-0, I want to say, to DC Everest. As we look at some more of these scores. Cedar Grove, Belgium's tied with Hilbert 12-12. I know Hortonville has a touchdown from Parker Lawrence, but from Jordan Jacobson. Maybe I can. I don't know what the score is there. I know he doesn't hang out for the whole game though, so he'll be heading back soon. But so I grab some of these other scores.
Well, it gives me an opportunity to talk about Clubhouse Live.
Yeah.
That's typically Mondays at 6:30. That's our Green Bay Packers show, our weekly show throughout the Packers season. Virtual this season for obvious reasons, but this year's our player co-host is Green Bay Packers wide receiver Alan Lazard. Now the injured Alan Lazard, the Lizard. Unfortunately, he has a core muscle injury that he just had surgery on. Now is going to keep him out for a little while. And boy, Ricardo, talk about an injury that came out of nowhere, coming off that big game against the New Orleans Saints. I guess he played most of the game with that injury.
Wow.
And hopefully it's nothing too serious and that maybe about a month or so from now he can bounce back and get back on the field. But it's been great getting to know Alan. And this next week's show will be obviously on Tuesday night at 6:30. You can watch it on any of our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. That includes postcrescent.com, clubhouselive.com, any of our Facebook pages, including facebook.com/postcrescent, facebook.com/clubhouselive. Facebook.com/Packers News, our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. All you have to do is just type in Clubhouse Live, Alan Lazard, and you'll find it. In a normal year, it would also be held live at the Clubhouse Sports Pub and Grill inside the Red Line Hotel Paper Valley in downtown Appleton, but obviously because of the circumstances as they are, it's a completely virtual show, but there is a chat component to it, and you can ask questions that Ricardo monitors. And we'll get those
I'll do my best.
Relayed over to Alan and his guest. This Tuesday's guest will be Packers rookie running back A.J. Dillon. Alan has welcomed Tim Boyle to the show, Robert Tanyan, and now A.J. Dillon. So Alan getting us some very interesting guests. So definitely check it out, Clubhouse Live with Alan Lazard this Tuesday at 6:30. I co-host it. Ricardo co-hosts it. Rosie's part of the production crew. And we are doing that virtually this season on... Well, we're on the 10th floor. I can't give away secrets, but we're somewhere in northeast Wisconsin. And so looking forward to what should be a pretty fun Packer season with hopefully a healthier Alan Lazard in the weeks to come.
Luxembourg Casco leads Wrightstown 16-14, Brett, to give you an updated score. And then Stratford leads Wyega Fremont 21-0.
So you said Casco was up
16-14 over
Wrightstown. Now, next week's live stream, as I said, is going to be we're going to be at Fitzpatrick Field for a Northeastern Conference game. Always a good matchup, regardless of the sports. When these two teams hook up, it's Little Chute, the Mustangs, hosting the Wrightstown Tigers. Wrightstown and Freedom probably factoring at the top of the league, at least to battle for the NEC championship. But Little Chute has had very good football success over the last handful of years, quite a few years actually. What was it, just a couple years ago they made it to the state semifinals, I believe, and lost to, I think it was St. Croix Central, I want to say, maybe, in the state semifinal. Right, yeah. I'd have to go back and look it up, but always a good matchup, so looking forward to that one. Live coverage will kick off at 6:45 p.m. But what about Varsity Roundtable? Are we ever going to get that, or the R&B show again?
We're still trying to figure out for the Varsity Roundtable. We're still trying to figure out how that's going to go. I'm not sure if doing it through Zoom calls is a way to do it. As for the R&B show, I was going to talk to you guys about that this week and see if it might be a little bit of a revamp of how we're going to approach that. Just because of the podcast hosting site might be a little bit in disarray here. I'll talk to you guys after that, when we get back to the office. But Brett, do you mind if I promote the Elite 11 and Terrific 10.
Do it as you wish.
The Elite 11 preseason football team put together by yours truly along with Jim Rosandick did a great job, as well as Jarrell Russian of the Oshkosh Northwestern Fond du Lac Reporter, also helping out the photographers. Our own guys from Appleton, Bill Glasheen and Dan Powers, and don't forget about Ebony Cox and Sarah Klopping from Green Bay, and then Doug Rafflick from the Oshkosh Northwestern and Fond du Lac Reporter. It's a preseason All-Valley football team. You can check it out. We're going to try to, you can check it out if you go to postcrescent.com, greenbaypressgazette.com, thenorthwestern.com, or fdlreporter.com. It'll be I would say kind of mishmashed all over the place. We're going to try to, I'm going to put together both for the Elite 11 football team and the Terrific 10 volleyball team, one place where you can find them all, one page. I'm going to do that hopefully this weekend. But on the Elite 11 football team, here are some of the guys on there. From West De Pere, Josh Blount, Xavier's Max Strand, Kimberly's Caleb Frazier, Amaril's Kyle Dietzen, Lord's Academy's Preston Rudinger, Ortonville's Parker Lawrence, Bayport's Calvin Muraski, Freedom's John Verhasselt, Fond du Lac's Kyle Walt, Jasper Lomaro's Avery Johnson, and Appleton North's Wilson Zuck. So please check that out if you can. I have the Terrific 10 volleyball team here as well as I wait for this to load onto my phone. But again, these are the best volleyball players from the Fox Valley area, from Green Bay down to Fond du Lac. On I-41, Oshkosh West's Morgan Yenter, Green Bay Preble's Grace Perrette, Nina's Kristen Kraus, Laconia's Haley Renz, Luxembourg Casco's Hannah Durain, De Pere's Brianna Gertz, Green Bay New Lutheran's Jacqueline Wise, Oconto's Cora Benke, Freedom's Linnea Willer, and Fox Valley Lutheran's Holly Malkowski. So check that out. Again, the Terrific 10 girls volleyball team. And again, look for it this weekend as I try to put that on an online only, kind of wrapping up all 11 football players and all 10 girls volleyball players in one nice area that you can view all the videos put together nicely by Jim Rosandick, by the way. Jim really busted his butt doing that, so we appreciate that. Rosie did a great job there. But, but Brett, going back to the podcast, we hope to get that going soon. It might be, like I said, with a different host possibly in terms of the actual hosting of the podcast, not you or I. But we'll figure that out hopefully by this week.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting back at it with the R&B show for sure.
Yeah, so that according to Mike Sherry at the office, Brett, 5 rushing touchdowns in the first half for Ray Zuliger, Xavier quarterback. We knew he was going to be good. Of course, Xavier's led on defense by Max Strand. Badger is one of the many teams to offer him a scholarship, Brett.
Good kid. Had him on the round table actually this last year. Or the wrestling season,
I want to say he's the number 1 ranked linebacker in the state, senior linebacker by WisFootball.net. Which, by the way, we are now in partnership with WisSports.net.
There you go.
Looking for standings and all that kind of stuff. You can go to Post Crescent. You'll find a link that gets you to everything you will need when it comes from a stats standing standpoint. That just started this past week.
Happy for the partnership. It's always good.
4:54 and counting here in the halftime. It's 14-7 Kaukauna over Greendale Martin Luther. And again, this COVID pandemic has made this a strange season. As October 2nd, we're doing our first live stream. Now, typically, we were ready to go, August 24th, I want to say?
Yeah, I had a nice slate of live stream games all set up, too, for the most part. And it's a challenge, and you knew that was going to get blown up, and then you kind of reconfigure, and you're trying to get a hold of some athletic directors, and then they're like, I'll put you down. This is kind of what we're looking at. And then that all gets blown up. And now we're at a point where we're just kind of taking it week by week. And whatever we can get. And we're very grateful for it. And we're very grateful to be here tonight, without a doubt.
Okay, Kaukauna.
At least it feels a little normal.
Now, Kaukauna plays in the Fox Valley Association. They're the only Fox Valley Association team that elected to play in the fall. Hortonville now is not in the Foxway Association for football. They're in the Valley Football Association.
I believe they're playing Everest tonight.
They are playing Everest tonight. We know that Parker Lawrence had a nice long touchdown. But we don't know any of the other score yet. Perhaps Mike Sherry, if you can dig that one up, that'd be great. Or S. Jordan. I think he was there getting some video of the first half. But that was an interesting game to watch. Actually, I did a story on D.C. Everest for those of you that are interested. Wausau Daily Herald. If you go on their website, I did a story on D.C. Everest, caught up with Coach Strelo up there. They had a nice start to their season, a big 41-0 win over Wisconsin Rapids. But that's a team, Brett. You're looking at teams in the Wisconsin Valley Conference in that area. They're really the only one that has the numbers, the coaching staff, in my opinion, to kind of get things going, along with Marshall. I guess Marshall won the Wisconsin Valley, I should say, it was the Valley Football Association West last year. But big things on board, in my opinion, for DC Everest. They just have to kind of get a consistency going. But they have outstanding numbers, Brett. I don't know if you know this. Sophomores to seniors, they have 105 kids.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And Strela was talking about how that was the hardest thing for him to do, is find playing time for these kids.
That's a good problem to have.
It is a good problem.
You'd rather that than scrambling to try to fill rosters.
Yeah, check that out. If you are Stevens Point Journal or Wausau Daily Herald, you should find that story up there. Good to catch up with DC Everest. Fine facilities, by the way, Brett.
Yes.
Got a little bit of a tour of their field house up there. It's a beautiful field house. And
The Everest Field House?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosie and I had to stream a sectional championship game between Kimberly and Wausau West, the girls.
Yeah, very nice.
They have the kind of like Marshfield, where they have a press box in the old field house. That's some of the thing that's kind of typical of the Central Wisconsin schools. They have those huge field houses. Now Spash does not have a press box in but it's a big,
vast
giant,
cavernous gym though. Yeah.
But Marshfield, I mean, you think about how many sectional games we've streamed over there over the years, and they've got that. Feels like you're on the moon when you go walking up.
It is, because it's so far away from the court. It's almost like a stadium.
Yeah.
Feel to it, almost. You know.
Even when you're in the front row of the bleachers, you're kind of offset from the floor. So yeah, it's real interesting over there. But yeah, very nice facility at Everest. I remember Rosie and I had a heck of a time trying to figure out how to get into the place.
Well, I'll tell you this. Speaking of facilities, Kaukauna has some very nice ones, especially the stadium. Nice improvements that they've made here. They've really invested in their student athletes, and it shows. This has to be something that they're very, very proud of. I know I'm impressed walking in to Bank of Kaukauna Stadium at what they've had. And Kaukauna has always been a community that's been very helpful to us, to the media, Brett. I know this, in terms of allowing us to showcase their athletes. And their facilities are second to none.
Yeah, they're top notch, and just refloored the field house here in the gymnasium. And
well, see, that was another thing I was talking with Coach Strail about DC Everest, and he was lamenting the fact that he wishes he could play more Appleton area schools. He feels they're more in line to what they're trying to do. And they mentioned the facility part of it, and I mentioned to him, of course, I always got to bring up Freedom, and I'm going to take Freedom to task every time I talk about them, because they should by now have passed a referendum. They should have done this, but they don't. Get your act together, Freedom folks. But how poor their facilities are, relatively speaking, to area schools, not only of their size, but obviously to the bigger ones. And that's unfortunate, because Freedom has, in my opinion, pound for pound, the best athletes in the area.
They really do. I mean, it's just an incredible run for that school over the last, I don't know how many years now. But wasn't that always the case? You know, that was a program that wasn't all that long ago that kind of struggled, and now within the last 10 years or so, they've just been really, really good at. And
it's not just the signature sports either.
No,
for lack of a better way to describe it, their track team, their cross country team, and it seems like they're really great at everything. And you know, I know I've said this to, and I've talked to many Freedom coaches. Maybe not many, but several. You know, off the record, and I can sense the frustration, Brett, and some former Freedom coaches too that are maybe coaching at other places. Their frustrations in the community, not the way they see it anyway, from their point of view, not supporting the student athletes.
Yeah, it's too bad that you just look at that conference just by itself as a Wrightstown, tremendous facilities there, beautiful weight room. When you walk in, you can see that workout facility and big gym and a nice football field. As I said, Little Chute, they just upgraded their school. built onto it. Gorgeous addition, and then they've got nice track, nice facilities. They have a turf baseball field now.
We look at other places like Clintonville.
Clintonville has a nice facility.
And I was speaking to another area coach. I won't give his name out, but we were also lamenting the fact that a gigantic school, relatively speaking, like Fond du Lac can't even get.
Yeah.
And for those of you who know the Valley, Fond du Lac plays at a beautiful place. I mean, Fruth Field's beautiful aesthetically, but try to go there in August, and half the time the field's flooded. You got mosquitoes the size of cats flying around. So they're trying to get a turf field, and they can't seem to get a referendum.
No, but St. Mary Springs has a turf
field.
But
St. Mary Springs has a turf field. And how insulting does that have to be for Fond du Lac, with a public school of 2,000 plus kids can't even get that for their own student athletes?
See, the facility thing has always fascinated me, especially now, because now you're seeing smaller schools. Didn't Plymouth open up like an indoor facility not too long ago? You're seeing, I think Tomahawk just put in a turf field not too long ago. I looked at Rhinelander. I think they have a beautiful turf field. So it's not just these big schools anymore. It's starting to filter down. I've heard that Little Chute is talking about or interested in getting a turf field there.
And that's what I'm talking about. So Little Chute's another team, another program or another school, I should say, that has athletes, and they're investing in their student athletes.
And I know FVL, they had wanted a turf field. Xavier's been talking about getting a turf field. So now you're starting to see these smaller schools. It's you have to. It's infiltrating down. And I remember way back when Kimberly was the first one they got turf, I remember thinking at the time, well, geez, turf, wow, that's pretty fancy. Do you really need that? Well, yeah, you do.
Now you do.
Especially in this day and age with how bad the springs are, and you want to run a nice track meet, and you can have a field that's not going to be just drenched and muddy and everything. You got, or multi-purpose. You can play soccer on these fields. I just think it's the wise move if you can afford it and you can get maybe some backing to get in the turf. You're seeing it with baseball and softball fields, especially in the spring around here, and now you don't have to worry about infields being a muddy mess. You can get out there and play. So I just think it's a good investment.
Well, bro, we should get off our soapbox here for a second. By the way, we're talking about DC Everest and Hortonville, and DC Everest is kind of a team that you kind of look out for this fall. They are leading Hortonville 28-7, and that's a Hortonville team that just beat West De Pere, Brett, last week.
28-7 Everest, huh?
Mm-hmm. Ken, the official, also agreeing with it, says, hey, they need to put turf on baseball fields. I completely agree.
Yep.
In this mess, the muckety-muck that comes in the spring here in Wisconsin. Well, you're going to see that even more was the football teams play, Brett. How is that going to affect girls' soccer teams as they're trying to play on some teams that don't have turf on the grass fields?
Right. I just think it makes sense. Like right over here, I think there's turf. I want to say there's turf soccer at Kaukauna, and I thought isn't there turf softball over here too?
Yes, both.
And I know Little Chute just put in a turf baseball field, so that's kind of that's not football fields anymore. Yeah, it's everything, and you just have to with the weather. So second half underway. Martin Luther going to kick off to Kaukauna, so the Ghosts will get the ball to start this second half.
Nate Trop.
Good start and great field position for this Ghost offense. Looks like they're going to spot the ball at the 36-yard line. Did you say that was a 28-7 Everest lead?
28-7 Everest.
Got it.
Thank you to Mike Sherry for updating us with that score. Brett's going to do his best to try to keep that little ticker going on down there, my friend?
I'm trying, but I got to pay attention to this game. I got actually quite a few scores updated. Don't know if we'll get all the finals on the ticker here before we sign off, but you can always go on Twitter to #HSSWI, do a search for that, and a bunch of our scores will filter in as well.
Oh, Nathrop finding some room up the right side.
Oh, boy, still on his feet, far near sideline, and finally pushed out of bounds near the 10.
Brett, he had a gear that I think surprised Martin Luther.
What do you have, about a 50-plus yard run?
Yeah, 54 unofficially.
Yeah.
That ball is marked where? At the 10? Yeah, 54-yard run for Nathrop. Hey.
Actually, ball's going to be at the 15.
So 49-yard run.
How about that for a start for the Ghost, that running game, and Nathrop going to keep it
big
again.
Hole.
And maybe Kaukauna just saying, hey, we've got the bodies up front. Let's just start ground and pound and trying to beat the defenders at the line of scrimmage, and that's what they're doing. The great push up front that goes to offensive line and giving Natrop some space to maneuver.
Brett, can the official saying the ticker isn't showing?
Okay, I'll see what. Well, I must have done something wrong.
Well, Brett, they can pick up a first down at the 5-yard line. So if you're Kaukauna, you got some downs to work with. As they're kind of getting adjusted here. But right, not surprisingly, they're going off the right side of that line with big old DeGuy, as well as number 78 for Kaukauna, Alex Asher, 6'3", 240. So 350 pounds, 240 pounds off that right side, Brett. That's a whole lot of beef.
Demler scrambling. There's going to be a hole.
Yeah, it is. Oh, nice catch too, Brett, down at the 1. But you're right. There's going to be a holding call.
Yep, the official wasted no time making that call.
Just underway here in the second half. A big 49-yard run by Natrop has Kaukauna down in the red zone. Ken, the official said only Winneconne Berlin is showing, Brett. Just to let you know.
I understand that.
We thank you, Ken the official. Haven't really needed to use Ken the official so far, but he's a guy that we're going to use, a former WI official who last few years,
I'm going to take
has helped us out.
Have to take the ticker off there for a little bit to see if I can figure it out.
Well, this penalty gets them all the way back to the 28, so. Oh, my goodness. So that's, what's it going to be, 2nd and 23?
Yep, talk about a drive killer. Demler quick.
Oh,
Natrop was, wow.
Well, it's funny because Natrop didn't even look for the ball. That was completely on timing, Brett. And Natrop is hurt, Brett. Now, they're already without Hank Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
So Kaukauna will be down to their 3rd running back if it indeed is Natrop being injured. So I'm looking for Natrop on the sidelines. And I don't see him unless he's in the huddle, unless he's back on the field. But, oh, this is tough for Kaukauna. And there's a hush over the field, Brett, as this could be a serious injury. Rosie, doing your best to get the camera there? Not really he can do, as the trainers are down there looking at Natrop. But yeah, that was a quick swing pass out to the running back. As they're working on the midsection, I want to say. His shoulder, is that what you said, Rosie? Ah. Again, it's Natrop, the running back for Kaukauna. Hunter Natrop, a 5'11", 178-pound junior. Really is having a nice game. Just had a 49-yard run on the first play of the second half. As he is on the ground. And again, as we stated earlier, Kaukauna playing without their starting running back, Hank Hoffman, who was also injured. That was in the first half.
Hard to see what they're working on, Ricardo.
Rosie says it's the
collarbone,
upper half of the body. Well, we trust and we hope that he's all right. Obviously, a lot of looks of concern on the Kaukauna sideline. .10:54 left here in the third quarter. 14-7 lead for the Ghosts. The ball is placed at the 18. So it was a pickup of 10 yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 13. As Rosie is saying now that the left arm for Hunter is stabilized. They're taking their time as they should. Again, it was a 2nd down and 23 situation. Demler hit Natrup on a quick pass out to the flat. Natrup broke some tackles to get it down to the 18, and that's where he was injured. Natrup has accounted for all the offense to start in the 3rd quarter. In fact, 65 total yards, and he's accounted for every single one of them as they have brought out the stretcher.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Hunter Natrup is the player that is down, 5'11", 178-pound junior. Running back and playmaker for the Ghosts. I'll update on Twitter if anybody wants to follow. Again, I'm on Twitter at PC Ricardo, Brett's at PC Brett C, and Rosie's at Metal Rosie. They're taking their time getting Hunter onto the stretcher. .54 left here in the 3rd quarter. Again, when play resumes, it'll be a 3rd down and 13 from the 18 for the Ghosts. But right now, all the attention is on right about the 16, 17 yard line as Hunter Natrup is being attended to. Now again, Natrup to start the 3rd quarter had a very solid start. He had a 49-yard run to get them down to the 15. The Ghosts, I should say, to start the 3rd quarter. Had a 6-yard run. There was a holding call, and then that's when Demler completed the pass, the swing pass out to Natrup. That was a 10-yard gain, which brings up the current situation, 3rd down and 13 from the 18. See if we can get some other scores here, Brett, as we have the stoppage in play.
Looks like they're going to try to get him up now, Ricardo.
Cedar Grove Belgian up over Hilbert 19-12. See what else I can find.
Yeah, you just see when he got up. Not feeling too well. That's too bad. He's definitely in some pain as they have him all wrapped up there.
Tough kid.
Yep. Nice to see the Martin Luther players coming over there and wishing him well. Boy, he's Hate to see it, Ricardo. Injuries don't like him one bit.
They are part of the game, though, especially a game as physical as football. But yeah, it looks like he's his left shoulder.
Chad Janetsky tweeting prayers from the Spartans for Hunter, that it is not too serious of an injury with a quick and full recovery. Love the sportsmanship from the Martin Luther. Been very impressed by how they handle themselves over there. A good, top-notch quality program. You can tell they're well coached and really good fans over there too. So
yeah, Hunter just a junior, and we're waiting to see if play will resume here. They haven't taken him. I mean, he's close to the sidelines here, so.
Just by Milo, yeah, he's gonna drink some water. I think he's in such pain. He's just trying to get off. But I think it's just you know where you're really going through some discomfort. It can be awfully tough to do any sort of moving around. So they're going to take their time to make sure that he's off the field safely. We can get this game underway again here.
Bondwell 18, Clintonville nothing at the half. Maybe some other scores that could bring you a Brett. I am seeing something that's very interesting on the field right now.
What's that?
So Fitzhugh down there is now being covered by Campbell.
Okay, well, there's the adjustment that the Martin Luther side made.
I think a smart one in terms of at least size and athleticism. The two match up very well.
Mm-hmm.
Wausau West 14, Wisconsin Rapids nothing. See if we can find anything else that's a little more recent here. We're saying Lutheran, by the way, the team that they will be playing next, as in Martin Luther, is right now leading 30-7 over Burlington Catholic Central.
Metro Classic, a good league.
Yep.
Good teams in that league. I think we're seeing St. Catherine's is in that conference as well. Remember, they had a heck of a basketball team this past year, led by Nick Bennett, son of former UW-Stevens Point men's basketball coach Jack Bennett, part of that great Bennett family of basketball. Nick, I know, talking to Jack during this past basketball season, had some pretty high hopes in that Division III tournament. If the St. Cats could have gotten there to maybe win a state championship, they got some talented basketball players. Hopefully, we'll have a basketball season. We can stream some games as well.
Well, there's an interesting score here. Edgar's leading Onalaska 6-0. Now Edgar's a Division 7 team, right? So
kind of fluctuate between 6 and
7,
right?
But Onalaska's a pretty Division 2 school, I would imagine. That shows you how good Edgar is as we go by down here some of these other scores.
Now they got Hunter on the stretcher, and boy, definitely some pain. That's too bad. Hate to see it, but hopefully the young man will recover quickly and be back on his feet.
Ryan Lander and Mosinee tied 14-14. Muskego up big over Waukesha West 21-0. No surprise there. Muskego, two-time defending state champs in D1.
29 straight games they won.
Brett, will they do the Kimberly? Will they get it to 70?
They got a ways to go yet. I don't think Steve Jones and that crew are too concerned about their streak yet.
Whoa.
Pass to Sipple. Makes a defender miss. No, he is out of bounds. So fourth down coming, and you got to wonder if Kaukauna is going to trot that field goal team onto the field and try to make it a two-score football game here.
Ball's going to be marked right at the 10.
So you're looking at about a 28-yarder. And, yep, they are going to set up. It looks like it's going to be actually a 27-yard field goal attempt for number 19, Kyle Seafelt. Good snap, good hold, and
looks
good kick, and that is good, a 27-yarder.
Brett, I'll see if I can get these lights on here again.
Yes, thank you.
There we go. Let there be light, my friend.
Easier to work in the light.
Kyle Seafield, again, the junior kicker with the 27-yard field goal. Puts the Ghosts up 17-7. I'll update that again on my Twitter at PC Ricardo. Brett's at PC Brettsy. Rosie's at Metal Rosie.
Yeah, while you're doing that, Ricardo, I'll run down the scoring real quick because I didn't get a chance to do that at halftime. But Kaukauna got on the scoreboard first with 11:25 remaining in the second quarter. A 34-yard hookup from quarterback Gannon Demler to his big wideout Logan Fitzhugh made it 7-0 Ghosts. Spartans tied it up with 8:22 remaining in the second quarter on a 28-yard pass from Brady Hopper to number 10, and that would be Jacob Hartlob. That was a 28-yard strike, made it 7 apiece, and then now the Ghosts with the last two scores. 14-yard hookup from Demler to Fitzhugh with 44 seconds remaining in the half, made it 14-7, and now we just saw the field goal from Kyle Seafelt, a 27-yarder. 17-7, the Ghosts with the lead, 10:45 remaining in this third quarter. Again, I'm Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin, hanging out as always with Ricardo Arguello, and Jim Rosandick is on the bleachers. That kick sails into the end zone, so 1st and 10 coming up at the 20-yard line for the Spartans. And we appreciate you all checking in and watching tonight's live stream. Hopefully the first of many, not just the first of one.
Holding out hope that that'll be the case, Brett.
Got to keep plowing through, right, Ricardo? Got to keep grinding through.
Keep grinding.
Well, kind of a big spot here for the Spartans. Down 10 now, down 2 scores. But if we've seen anything, they've definitely got an offense and a quarterback that can really get into a rhythm quickly. And we'll see what their senior quarterback, Brady Hoppert, has in store for this possession. Down 10. Hoppert with the play action, rolls right, fires downfield.
He is talented.
That is a heck of a throw, a heck of a catch along the sideline. Ricardo. Sylvier Campbell. How about that kid?
It's very impressive, and when we do our all-state team, that's one kid I'm going to say, hey, I actually saw him play.
Mm-hmm. Kind of showcasing all right there. The good hands, the good feet, the good awareness along the sideline. 1st and 10, Spartans. Hoppert, hands off. That's one thing, Ricardo, that Martin Luther just cannot get going is that run game. That was Fred Guyden, the senior, and Kaukauna really just bottling up those running lanes quickly and winning that battle at the line of scrimmage. I really think the best plan of attack right now for this Martin Luther offense is just get that ball out fast to your talented group of wide receivers. And I've been saying that all game long, but it seems to be working as Hoppert quickly,
a
but a little bit too far, yep. And that was to Campbell.
Or if you need time to let those pass patterns develop, then that's when you got to roll out the quarterback.
Move the pocket.
Move the pocket. Let them have a little more time.
So big third down play coming up. 3rd and 10, ball at the 32-yard line for the Spartans. Down 10. Kind of a slow-moving game. We haven't seen a lot of rhythm really on both sides, so we'll see if maybe we can get some more flow to this game, and maybe it'll start on this play. This is a big play coming up for Hoppert. He's got the ball. Fakes, nowhere to go. Wow. Good job, good pursuit. It was 53 and 42 combining. 53, Sam Schuhart there quickly to really flush Hoppert out of the pocket. Then Will Campbell, the junior, finishing up. That's good team defense for the Ghosts. They're going to force the punt here. 4th and a whole long way to go for the Spartans.
4th and 20, and so a sack was loss of 10 yards. But, yeah, Brett Campbell able to clean up the mess there. Good defensive pressure by the Ghosts.
Line drive punt. Good bounce.
LaCour.
Yep. Nice spin move, and how about this for field position? It seems like Kaukauna has started many of their drives around midfield or in Spartans territory. And boy, here's an opportunity for Kaukauna to really put your foot on the throat here and make life very difficult for the Spartans coming up, because you know if you can get a 3-score lead, make it 24-7 for example, Spartans are just going to have to throw. And that Kaukauna defense, which has been able to pressure consistently throughout, that's going to talk about pinning your ears back, right?
Well, I'm curious to see who the running back will be now that they've lost their top 2 guys.
Well, nobody right now. 5 wide receiver set, so spreading things out. As Demler intercepted. Wow. And there is a big play by the Spartans. Sipple was the intended receiver, but I think Ricardo Griffin just went underneath.
Andreas Griffin.
Got inside of Sipple and just picked it off. So big defensive play for Martin Luther.
Ball will be at the 21-yard line. And that erases the field position for Kaukauna, Brett. And boy, oh boy. I wonder how much that has to do with where they're mostly in passing mode. I don't know if they have a guy that can step in at running back or third running back. Remember, this is the first game for Kaukauna, Brett.
Right. Yeah, so you're down. Hoffman is out, and Natrop looks like he's heading his way to the hospital, unfortunately, with that neck or shoulder, collarbone maybe type situation. So wish him well, but yeah, I don't know who's third in line to tote the football. I wonder if he could put a Sipple back there.
Yeah, I wonder. They probably have some versatility to do something. 2nd down and 1. That's a 9-yard gain. But again, the running game was able to get a first down here, Brett, but there's just nothing. No holes there. As that ball will be taken to the 32, gain of 2. Brings up a first down. Nearing the 9-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter.
Hoppert, hand is off.
Ooh,
but
nowhere to go again.
That was 63 for the Ghosts getting in there quickly. Kyle Springstro, the senior, 190 pounds, and bringing down Fred Guyton pretty fast.
Yeah, that's got a loss of 1. So now you're looking at a 2nd and 11. If you're Kaukauna, you're doing great against the run. Now it's time to kind of clean up those big chunk plays that Martin Luther has been able to get through the passing game.
Hopper, little pump fake, going to go deep downfield. Has Hartlaub, but nope, just a little too far.
Good coverage, though. That was Casey Lancourt, Brett. Really competitive.
Yeah, 5'8", going against 6'2". Lancourt 5'8", Hartlaub 6'2", but stayed with him, showing off that speed. But the pass just a bit off target, and 3rd and 10 coming up for the Spartans. Make it 3rd and 11.
Yeah, I'm looking at the center. Again, we talked about him for Decavion Elam, just a sophomore. They also start at left guard, Jonathan Vargas Flores, a 5'8", 285-pound sophomore. So 2 sophomores, Brett, on the line for Martin Luther. 3rd and 11 from the 31.
Kaukauna showing blitz maybe, sidearm to Campbell, but Kaukauna reading that one quickly, getting their hands on the talented wide receiver, but a flag late, and what happened here?
We're seeing who that was against, but
well, it looks like Lancourt is saying the Ghost Kaukauna is pointing towards Martin Luther. So let's see.
And they're going backwards, so it looks like it is against Greendale Martin Luther, Brett.
Apparently the electric bill's
it's on a timer. I don't know how to fix it.
Yeah, I think this happened last time we were here too. I have to remember to ask Chris McDaniel. the athletic director here. How do you set these timers so the lights stay on? Excuse me.
I might have to increase the heater here, Brett. It's getting a little too chilly.
This is perfect.
Knock it off.
I have to say I was a little chilly and woke up this morning and from my nice slumber thinking, man, I might have to turn on the furnace. Well, a little chilly in bed the overnight hours. A little too early to be putting on the furnace, isn't it?
Oh, I actually turned it on a couple times. But again, I don't mind heat.
Ooh, almost blocked. Short punt. And, okay, here is the official, I forget the term he uses where they try to figure out where it went out of bounds.
I think it's called triangulation.
Yeah, it's fake. That's all I know.
I personally think, yeah, he's making that up. Come on, Ken, you know you're making that up.
Hey, by the way, check out the folks across from us. Looks like setting up some lawn chairs along the sidewalk there to the left of the bleachers. Let's maybe see if Rosie can get a good view
Brett,
of that.
Now, the line of scrimmage was the 18th, and now they're placing it at the 20. That was a 2-yard punt.
That's not a good punt.
No.
But there was pressure. There's a good look at the crowd watching from behind the fence tonight. Looks like students, Kaukauna High School students, cheering on their ghosts with great field position. Sipple has it brought down, and a flag late. And I think we have another injury on the player who made the tackle. And now, that looks like number 22 for the Spartans, and that would be, is that Sam Strohmeyer, a junior defensive back? Boy.
Hey, got Johnny Van Wettering. Kaukauna, that's a familiar name from back in the past. He says the next running back for Kaukauna is Hank's brother Noah.
Okay, good. I was wondering that because I saw number. He was just. I just saw him down there, number 26, just a sophomore, 5'9", 159 pounds. Wondering if he would be next in line.
And Van Wettering's like, hey, sophomore is still stud. So yeah, said they're apparently the Hanks are Van Wettering's cousins. So thank you, Johnny, for helping us out, my friend.
Well, and speak of the devil, Noah is out there, number 26 right now. So taking a knee with his Kaukauna teammates as the Spartans tend to Strohmeyer down around the 20-yard line.
Is the ball at the 30? Was that a loss of 10 yards?
Well, there was a flag.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that. But Ken, the official, Brett, said that it was unsportsmanlike. Dead ball unsportsmanlike on Martin Luther that led to that punt, by the way. Got to break out the halls, Brett. Coughing a little bit.
And Strohmeyer on his feet. So good to see the young man able to walk off the field. Too many injuries, Ricardo. Too many injuries tonight.
You hate to see it, really. I mean, it's tough. These kids are out there. Offensive pass interference was the last call, according to Ken, the official. It's going to be placed at the 30.
At some point, Ricardo, we gotta make Ken the official, like Mike Pereira or Gene Steratore.
Just get him on there.
Actually, have him on live from his living room, explaining some rules for us.
3 receivers far side for Kaukauna, and there's the younger. Oh no, it was a play action. Demler takes it out of bounds.
It's actually a loss on that run, Ricardo. So ball now at the 34-yard line. Or check that 33-yard line. So Kaukauna going the wrong direction after that 2-yard punt. There's a pass to Hoffman, making guys miss. Spinning his way, still in bounds.
Look at that.
Squeezing his way in, almost, and he scores. Wow. 33 yards.
I think Van Wettering, his little cousin here, got to be impressed. But, yeah, Brett, he broke a couple tackles, and he said he was a stud.
Well, what he did was he kind of have to go watch the replay of that, but those initial defenders, all of a sudden, Hoffman stopped and he was still in bounds, and then kind of just started zigzagging his way in, spinning his way in, and is moving that pile. And how about that? And Kaukauna up 23-7, trying to make it 24-7. Let's see if this PAT can go through, but heck of a play by the young Hoffman. The kick is no good.
But the score is 24-7.
Well, the officials were saying the kick was no good, I thought.
Oh.
Nope, check that. Okay, kick was good. I thought I saw the official saying no good on that. So my apologies for missing that one. But a 33-yarder, that's what I have him down. Excuse me, a 33-yard, yeah. Well, something caught in my throat after that. But how about the young sophomore, 5'9", 159 pounds, Noah Hoffman. Basically the third running back after his older brother, Hank Hoffman, went down, and then we saw the injury to Hunter Natrop. But the touchdown for Noah Hoffman on the 33-yard hookup, that's actually the quarterback, Gannon Demler's third touchdown of the night, 2 to Logan Fitzhugh, and now this one to Noah Hoffman makes it 24-7 Kaukauna with 7:04 to play in this third quarter. And now it just kind of goes to what I was saying before. Now you really make Martin Luther truly a one-dimensional team. Hoppert's going to have to step back and try to make something happen here offensively through the air, because they're down 17 points and in danger of this game really getting away here fast.
Brett, speaking of in danger, my Cardinals are down 3-0 to the Padres, bottom of the 7th. So all the NL Central teams are going to be out.
Well, the Cardinals had a nice, 6-2 lead, and then Slam Diego started hitting home runs left and right last night.
I was seeing that. A lot of long balls.
You know a team that could use a little offensive punch? The Brewers.
Yeah. I was shocked to see how little they had there. Actually, not just them, but the Cubs too.
Yeah, that whole Central Division really kind of struggled generally to score runs, but give Craig Counsell credit for getting the Brewers into the playoffs with that club, because that was not going to go down as one of the more talented Milwaukee Brewers teams we've seen in recent years.
That was a strange year. I mean,
it is.
What can you do?
A lot of low batting averages from star players too. They never got into a rhythm.
No. You just got to put a little. I think you got to put a little asterisk next to the season.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of weird.
That's it's been fun to watch the NBA, but I kind of feel that way too. I know the Lakers probably going to win the title, but it's not the same. You're not traveling from arena to arena. You don't have the grind of the playoffs following the grind of an 82-game season. So it's just weird. Even the NFL. You look at the Packers going to Minnesota, New Orleans, and playing in empty stadiums. I mean, it's just.
Even though they tried their best to kind of have some fake audience.
Yeah.
Noise is, whoa, wide open, Brett.
Wide open. Oh!
My goodness. Oh, you got to come down with that one. Oh.
Andreas Griffin, usually a sure-handed wide receiver.
And I'm sure he's talking about, I can't believe I dropped that. He was wide open, Brett. Sometimes those wide open ones are the hardest ones.
Yeah, we asked Alan Lazard that on our Clubhouse Live show this past Monday. Caught that 72-yard, and he was wide open, and he agreed. Yeah, those can be the more difficult catches. He was saying what was weird about that play, talking about Lazard, was there's no crowd noise. You usually hear that, and maybe that's kind of the case here too. It's been real quiet here tonight, not a whole lot of fans, but you're right. Griffin, I'm sure, would tell any one of us that I've got to come down with that. Hopper put it right there, and that was a big play. So 3rd and 10 now coming up. Spartans down 24-7.
Yeah, and they're rolling coverage over.
Going deep again.
To Campbell as That might have been picked off.
I think it was, too. Boy, they had 2 guys on Campbell, and is that number 21 for the Ghosts? It is. That's check that, Gabe Hammond, the senior.
Yeah, he's a big kid, too.
Yeah, but a tough throw along the sideline when Campbell is double covered. But you can't blame Hopper. You got to make something happen. You're down 24-7, and it was a 3rd and long.
Oh, Brett, they did correct it. It's 23-7 now.
Oh, it is a mix. Oh, that's okay. I thought I saw the official waving it off, but
and Ken, the official, did say that they had waved it off. So.
Okay, so the PAT was no good. But then then I heard the PA announcer say that it was good and that the score was 24-7. I got to trust myself. Moral of the story.
Trust your eyes, my friend. First down and 10 at the 44. Good field position.
Been good field position all night for Kaukauna.
Number 11 at the running back position. That's Charlie Weber. Minimal gain, half a yard. We'll call it 2nd down and 9. 5:45 and counting here in the 3rd quarter.
Talk about a really big opportunity for Kaukauna to almost put this thing away. And a big spot for the Spartans defense right now to try to get that ball back to an offense that's been struggling, but can explode at any moment is Demler. Wow, wide open, finds number 6 over the middle of the field. I think we've seen that before. That's Cody Gaber again. Really working the middle of that field well. Nice job by Demler just to kind of plant that back foot, step into the throw, and find his receiver for the 1st down. 1st and 10, ball at the 40.
Yeah, I like how he just shrugged up that interception, Brett. Go back up and wing it. I mean, that's what Kaukauna likes to do, especially when you're down to your 3rd and 4th running backs. Though I will say that, again, that Hoffman the younger, really impressive here. That's Noah Hoffman.
Yeah, and Noah Hoffman in the backfield. Looked like it could have been a false start there, but Sipple dancing his way down the sideline. Good hard tackle, but that's another 1st down for Sipple, and a good job by Demler to get that ball out of his hands quickly. I was actually watching the young Hoffman there in my binoculars. Looked like he kind of leaned a little bit right before the snap, but I'm up here. I'm not down on the field.
11-yard catch. As Kaukauna now on the move again. It's been all ghosts so far in the 2nd half. Demler.
Watch out. Nice. Nice job just to kind of work it and wait and be patient and wait for his wide receiver, Sipple, to come across and finding a little soft spot in that defense. And what looked like maybe was going to be a negative play ends up being a 5-yard pickup. I'm impressed by Demler.
Yeah, he's having a nice night other than the picks. And maybe another pass or two that he would probably want to have back. He's been very, very efficient.
Well, and talk about putting some pressure on himself when you lose your top 2 running backs as well. So,
but he has no shortage of talent at receiver, though.
Yeah.
A lot of good athletes out here for the Ghosts on the perimeter. They give us to Hoffman. Look at him cut
wow.
back.
Just stops on a dime and cuts back inside. Looked like he was going to kind of bounce that to the outside and just plants that foot and just goes straight ahead.
Yeah, and he did that immediately upon getting the handoff, Brett.
He's got some moves and a good-looking running back, only a sophomore, Noah Hoffman.
13-yard gain for Noah Hoffman. Hoffman the younger.
Hoffman Jr., right?
I like younger.
Yeah, that's probably better. I'm trying to see his I can see his brother on the sideline, but I can't locate him. So 1st and 10 at the 10. Or I should say 1st and goal at the 10 as Sipple has it, and he's in the end zone for the score.
Well, I'll tell you what, they have Campbell over there on Fitzhugh, Brett, effectively taking Fitzhugh out of the game, or out of the game, but really they have so many openings now on the other side.
Right.
That's just what they're attacking, and good, smart, efficient play calling there by the Kaukauna coaches.
Yeah, so really Fitzhugh, you could say he's having an impact without really touching the ball this half because
he's taking their best player and forcing him to cover him, mirror him.
Which, as you said, now just leaves these guys wide open. Kick is up, and let's see. That one's through.
So Sipple with the touchdown catch. Everest, by the way, won 42-7 over Hortonville, Brett. That is an impressive win.
What was the final there?
42-7.
42-7 over Hortonville. Wow. Is it the Evergreens of old?
Maybe. So Kaukauna with a big explosion here of points. So what's the actual point total here, Brett? 30-7 we have on the scoreboard.
I've got 31-7. It's a touchdown, right? PAT. Oh no, check that.
They said it was no good,
it is
remember?
30-7.
Yeah.
Yep, 30-7. So I'll fix that as well.
It's all right. It's our first game, Brett. Ken, the official, says that math is hard for us writer types. You're not wrong.
I don't know what is going on.
If I could do
here.
math, Ken, my friend, I'd be doing stuff that you do, or
there
maybe
we
an
go.
engineer.
30-7. That's right. So it was 23-7.
Got to break
now
out the
30-7.
Brett,
I'm using my fingers and toes, and I'm having a hard time.
You can only count so far. Need to break out the abacus.
No, what I need to do is scratch my notes from the fact that it was incorrectly called a good PAT.
Oh, listen to you.
And I think I'm going to have to talk to Rosie about the ticker moving forward. I can't multitask and do like a million things at one time. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Got to keep my focus on the scoreboard and this game is Hoppert now. Talk about a big hill to climb, down 30-7.
So 30-7, 23-point lead for the Ghosts. And I think it's 30 unanswered points, isn't it? Oh, no, it's 23 unanswered because I think it was 7-7.
Correct.
Okay. What I like about Kaukauna here, Bank of Kaukauna Stadium, is there's 2 press boxes, Brett.
Whoa!
Right off the helmet.
I think that was number 42.
Yeah, it was. It
Will
was
Campbell.
It was off his helmet. You heard one of the Kaukauna coaches or somebody in the.
I think it was a fan in front of us.
Hey, come on, we'll catch us right in his face.
Right, like a rocket right off the dome there. Yeah. Tough catch. Second down coming up is Hoppert and the Spartans trying to get a little spark here, down 30-7. Still 3:39 to play here in the third quarter. Been kind of a slow-moving half with some of the injuries that we've seen, unfortunately. Hoppert going to keep it, going to roll to his left.
He has his guy open.
He does. Wide open is right.
See,
this time.
Yeah, it's the same play, Brett. And this time Griffin made a nice catch.
That's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, going to his left and just dropped it right in the breadbasket. Nice throw and nice catch along the sideline for Griffin. First down, ball at the 36-yard line. Boy, you can really see the talent of the quarterback making a throw like that.
Yeah, it's a 44-yard play. That was a nice throw. So first down and 10 at the 36. Martin Luther.
play action. Hopper got time. Nope, he
that.
doesn't have time. 75 for the Ghost, Ricardo. That's Carter Knack.
Hey, just a sophomore, 5'10", 240.
Yep. Knack with a sack.
There you go, Brett. MC Brett here with the
Thank
rhymes.
you. I might not be able to add, but I can rhyme.
Yo. Second down and 15 from the 41.
Hopper.
Oh.
Almost intercepted.
And there's a flag down, BC.
That was number 15, Matthew Bartle. The senior had his hands on it. Or we're going to get Kaukauna defensive pass interference maybe, or defensive holding.
Trying to see where the officials are conversing here. Well, yeah, they're going over to Martin Luther just to ask him what they want. So it's definitely on Kaukauna.
Pass interference against the Ghosts.
Wow. So 1st and 10 at the 26. 15-yard penalty, of course, in high school, as Kenny officials told me over and over again, it's not a spot foul like the NFL.
Too many rules at different levels.
Yeah.
Keep it the same. You don't see different rules at the baseball levels.
Listen to you.
Huh? Come on. You don't get 2 outs in high school
look
baseball.
out.
Oh, here we go. Hopper, good scramble, deep throw, and
3 defenders, though, and then a 4th came over.
Intended receiver there was number 10, Hartlob. Called his name quite a bit tonight.
So 2nd down and 10 from the 26 for the Spartans of Martin Luther.
Ooh. Hopper going to Campbell. Oh, he dropped it.
It was in his hands.
It
Brett.
was, and he knows he should have it.
Yeah, and boy, did he take a hit.
He can't believe he didn't come up with that. I had it in my binoculars, and the whole time I thought that's a touchdown for sure.
Brett, that was Henry Magnus who put on the big hit. I don't know if that really altered it because Campbell was able to secure it, just couldn't secure it all the way.
Campbell's looking at his hands, thinking, I just can't believe I dropped it.
Well, it's kind of a 50-50 ball, Brett, and you kind of do when you throw it up there. As we see, again, Campbell coming near side.
See what kind of pressure the Ghost defense brings here. Hopper's been under duress quite a bit, and here he is again trying to set up that screen and just can't.
Yeah, he didn't
come up with it.
No, he didn't give it. He didn't get it out far enough to the running back. Now be 4th and 10. And it looks like Hammond, the big 6'3" corner for Kaukauna, is mirroring Campbell, Brett.
Well, 4th down now for the Spartans, Ricardo, 4th and 10. Hopper again. Whoa. A lot of pressure and just nowhere to go.
I mean, he is getting smoked over there, the quarterback. And we see a player coming up, Biden coming up, limping for Martin Luther. But, Brett, 4 straight incomplete passes, and Kaukauna takes over with 2:28.
He just can't get comfortable back there, and that's a credit to what Kaukauna's been able to do. They're just sending pressure, sending blitzers at well-timed points of the series, and the DBs, for the most part, are really doing a good job of covering that talented group of receivers. But like you said, Ricardo, the Kaukana's got speed too.
Speed and numbers. You see, now you're seeing a lot of, and you look over the sidelines of Greendale, Martin Luther, not a lot of players over there, Brett. So you're looking at guys who probably play both ways, at least several of them. We know Campbell for sure, and Guyton is down.
Whereas you see in the FEA, it's typically a two-platoon
Yes.
type deal. So yeah, I think that's a great point. Numbers, there's a good shot. You can see that Rosie has right there, just of the smaller numbers, but it is a Division IV program as well. So
Yes.
see how this game ends up. But these are the games that maybe you're looking at a Martin Luther that, yeah, you might get pushed around a little bit, but it's going to pay dividends when you play some of the tougher teams in your league.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to play a team that's as deep as Kaukauna at the D4 level. It's rare. I mean, you may run into a team that just has really a lot of numbers, but
boy, and another player though coming off.
Oh my goodness!
Coming off Gimpy, and that's really one of their top backs, right?
Yeah, Guyton, and then they had lost their other good running back. Boy, what's his name? It was the McLean.
Yes.
So
you're really seeing running backs from both sides going down. Boy, and he's having a hard time putting any weight on that right leg.
First down and 10 at the 26 with 2:28 left here in the third quarter. Kaukauna will look to rattle off some of that time.
Yeah, if you're Kaukauna or Ricardo, if you're Matt Binsfeld, now would be the time to be able to just kind of grind out a nice drive and take a whole bunch of time off the clock.
Well, they do have 5 receivers set.
Yeah.
Here.
Well, you can always do that, and that's basically an extension of the running game. A quick little swing pass on the jet sweep to number 11. That's Charlie Weber.
"15 yards, but he went out of bounds, so that stops the clock, which is not good for us. This game, in my opinion, is in hand for the Ghosts. First down and 10 at their own 41. 4 receivers here near side. Again, they're showing, I don't know if I've seen this look before, Brett. Oh, again, here's that sweep again with. Oh, and it's back.
Swing pass. Whoops.
Got to be careful with those, Brett. But he was in front of him. Charlie Weber, 5 foot, 865 pound senior, is number 11. As Noah Hoffman back in the game. As Ken, the official, points out, it's 12 points away from running clock, but we would need at least 2 more scores.
35 is the magic number, isn't it?
Yes.
Keep that clock running. There's Hoffman again, and whoa, boy, look at him just dance his way down the field. Hard to bring down, too.
Yeah, once he's in the second level, that's problematic for the defensive backs trying to get a hold of him. He's like a little jitterbug.
Oh, smooth too though when he's running. Doesn't stop. You know, he's dancing around but doesn't stop. He keeps moving forward.
18-yard gain. Takes us to the 41 of Martin Luther.
A few more of those carries, and he'll end up being the team's leading rusher tonight. First and 10 for Kaukauna, which has this game well in hand, is Demler, and he fumbles it. And I think Martin Luther has it. They're celebrating a bit on the sideline. Let's see what the officials call.
They do have it. I think they do.
No, I think Kaukauna got it back. Not sure how. I think the quarterback was the one who picked it up.
It's a loss of 8 yards, though.
So Gannon Demler, the quarterback, I think he might have fallen on that loose ball. But now some work for the Ghosts here. Up 30-7. I think you can hear the is that some race cars over there with WIR.
Mm-hmm.
Just down the street.
You're in the 1 minute mark left here in the third quarter. Three receivers near side.
Demler looking for time. Deep downfield, wide open. And that is a catch. Rainbow pass to Cody Gaber. And Ricardo Gaber wide open. Almost looked like the defense forgot about him.
Yeah, where are they placing this at the 18? But nice pass. He was wide open for a while. The pass hung in the air. I was thinking maybe it was going to be
almost too high.
Yeah, too much air.
Demler's going to swing it out there and incomplete. 23 seconds remaining in what's been a very long third quarter here at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium.
Both teams running a lot of plays. Both teams passing a lot in this quarter. My yellow pad is filled with scribbles.
Demler going to swing it over. Not much there for Weber, Charlie Weber. So third down coming up, and he actually a loss on that play. Got to think 4 down territory for the Ghosts, and looks like that'll be the final play of the third quarter. So Kaukauna going to take a 30-7 lead into the final 12 minutes of Week 2 action. Again, Martin Luther 1-0 on the season. Kaukauna, this is its first game. I was even thinking, with some of these late cancellations, Ricardo, or reshuffling, what do you do when you're a team if you've kind of been practicing and game planning against an opponent, and all of a sudden you just have to last second get ready for a different team?
Definitely puts a stress on everyone involved.
I suppose everybody's on the same boat.
Yeah.
Well, it's been fun checking out Martin Luther. I was really excited to see, what the Spartans had in that passing attack, but definitely would have been kind of fun to watch Josh Blount and that West Appear squad head down the road and take on the Ghosts. I think a West Appear Kaukauna game would have been very intriguing as well.
Winnicott 26-6, winners over Berlin. It's Berlin, not Berlin. Stratford 41-0 over Wega Fremont. Freedom Irish beat Denmark 38-7.
Freedom looking good in the early stages of this season.
I think, Brett, you're done trying to update those.
Yeah. I can't do it.
Update the ticker. Sorry, Rosie. Rosie worked hard putting that together.
I know he did. I know. The problem, Rosie, with the ticker is it takes forever to try to find the scroll back and find these scores, and then, of course, I don't always hit it correctly, and and there's just too many.
Well, that's we're an evolving thing. We're trying some new things out. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
In those production crews, they got one guy just updating
Stop
the
it.
ticker.
I don't want to hear your complaining.
At some point, there's a wall you hit. You can only do so much.
Well, I'm keeping track of plays and stuff. We're all doing multiple things, Brett.
Yeah. I think you're doing a good job just updating scores by what you see on Twitter.
Yeah. That's a good way to do it, as getting it down to the 15. Is that Hoffman?
It is.
It is. 4th and 7, I believe, coming up.
4th and 7, and the field goal unit coming out. I see number 19, Kyle Seafelt, the Kaukauna kicker. So looking at what, a 32-yarder for Seafelt? That is what they're going to mark the ball or spot it at the 22-yard line. So a 32-yard kick for Seafelt. Let's see if he can boot this thing through the uprights. Everything looks good there. And that is a good-looking kick, and that sails through. So 32 yards. And I can do this, Ken. That's 33 now. I got it.
33-yard field goal? Oh, 32.
32, but I got the
points.
Point
all right,
correct,
good.
Yes. So 33-7. Wasn't quite sure what to expect in this one. You know, Martin Luther in some ways had the advantage, Ricardo, by being able to play in week 1. I know that you're giving up some size as far as program numbers in Division 2 versus Division 4, Fox Valley Association versus the Metro Classic, but you know that having that one game under your belt is invaluable. Where Kaukauna kind of had that roller coaster of emotions. Remember last week they thought they had a game with Notre Dame, got canceled at the last second last Thursday, and now they can't play, and they're watching everybody else or many other teams able to play in week 1. So thought maybe this might be a little bit closer, but impressed by how the Ghosts have looked, up 33-7 here early in the 4th quarter.
Hey, Luxembourg-Casco, or Wrightstown beat Luxembourg-Casco 41-16. So I think Luxembourg-Casco led at one point 16 or 14 to 16 to 14 at one point, and Wrightstown just took it to them the rest of the way. Cedar Grove, Belgium beats Hilbert 25-18. That's a good matchup. Hilbert's a D7 school. Cedar Grove, as we know, is a pretty good D5 school. That's a Big East matchup. Brad, aren't you going to update the ticker? Sorry. Playing, kid.
Enough with the ticker. I'm going to be dreaming about that ticker tonight as that kickoff
Nightmares.
sails.
You mean nightmares. Again, Stratford 41-0 over Wega Fremont. Big win for the Tigers. Yet another shutout. They know what they're doing over there.
I'm telling you, I think that's our ticker, you and me reading scores.
Okay. Verbal ticker.
That's a lot easier. Unless we can easy up this process here a little bit. I like things easy.
First down and 10. The 20 for Martin Luther. What's Martin Luther again in D4, they're going to be just fine.
Yeah.
Going schools against their own size enrollment wise. They have playmakers. They have a young offensive line too, a beefy young offensive line, big kids that are only going to get better as each game gets they get more experience. And this kind of weird truncated season, obviously the quarterback's a senior, their top running back's a senior, so they're going to lose some guys. Campbell's a senior. First down and 10 now with the 35.
Good hands by Hopper to get the handoff to number 3, Jaden Bridgewater.
Takes it for 9 yards. Ball will be placed at the 44. But again, this Kaukauna really started to steamroll, get things going. Their offensive firepower just too much. Even as they're down to their 3rd running back, the defense putting them in advantageous positions, and the offense able to take advantage.
Hopper's got some time. Whoa!
I think that was going. I want to say that was going to Hartlub, and then Griffin just kind of put his hands out there.
Kind of miscommunication, maybe some mix-up. 2 guys in the same spot of the field. Usually you don't want to see that too often, right, Ricardo?
Exactly.
You want it a little bit more spread out. So
well, you can take a shot. You're 3rd and 1. You're figuring, okay, well, maybe we can get the first down running the football here. kind of delayed handoff, and
Oof.
Kaukauna wasn't having any of that.
No, 51, Wyatt Douglas, the Ghost Jr., 6'2", 215 pounds, just got in there and brought Bridgewater down hard. So
yeah, loss of 2 yards, so brings up 4th and 3.
And if you're the Spartans, you got to go for it, right?
Absolutely. Nearing the 10-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Again, all Kaukauna. Ghosts a playoff team last year. Made it to the state quarterfinals.
26 unanswered for the Ghosts. Remember, this was a 7-7 game back in the second quarter. Is Hoppert going to drop back? He's got some time. Oh, he's hit and gets it to Campbell anyway. Heck of a throw. And look at Campbell staying in bounds. Still on his feet, Ricardo.
Oh,
and
my
still
goodness.
up. How many defenders did he wrestle away? And he still won't go down. Finally, the whistles blow.
He is special.
Wow, but that was a heck of a throw at the same time because he delivered the ball just as he got popped, talking about Brady Hoppert, and hit Campbell. And somehow Campbell, I thought he was going to get brought down about 5, 6, 7 different times, and he just kept going.
That's the big frame. He's a big guy. He's limping off the field, though, Brett.
Boy, you do not want to see another injury for the Spartans. And he is coming off the field gimpy for sure. So, boy, another injury for Rick Hoppert. Good catch by Griffin there along the near sideline. See if we can get a look at Campbell. Hopefully it's nothing serious because he is fun to watch.
And 6'2", 220. I mean, just a big, big kid. He's going to light up Division IV. I mean, he's really having his way here at the Division II level. Really Division I because Kaukauna plays a lot of Division I teams.
I see him over there. It looks like he's okay. Ooh, good hands by Hoppert on that snap.
He has room to run.
Yeah, he's might as well just tuck it in and keep going, and wisely gets out of bounds inside the 20. And Campbell, Ricardo coming back into the game, so that's good to see. Number 14 for the Spartans.
We have an injury on the far side, though, over there, Brett.
Yeah, that's number 10 for the Spartans. That's Hartlob. Boy, big names.
My goodness, they're...
Can't tell. Maybe that could be a cramp, though.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that's nothing serious because this team has already pushed to the limit, and this little bit of bad luck going on there for Martin Luther. Here's a timeout for Martin Luther. I'll see if I can catch you guys all up on your scores again.
This is the literal version of the ticker, maybe. You can just kind of read them off as you get them, rather than the verbal ticker is what I'm trying to say.
County officials complain a little bit, like, where's the ticker?
I took it off because I can't keep up, Ken. Get off my back, would you? You know, I was thinking about putting your picture on the screen. Well, you can forget about that
Just
tonight.
do it one time so people can see Ken the official.
All right, Ken.
Ken the official is going to be hopefully helping us out as much as you can, Ken.
There he is,
There's
Ken the official.
Yeah, hopefully we can make a little graphic or something. Yeah, maybe we can do that, Rosie, and make a little Ken the official, make it like a round circle thing and put his head in there. Kind of funny. But, yeah, thank you, Ken. We're hopefully you can help us out during the season if you have time. Let's read off some of these scores coming down here. By the way, my Cardinals are now officially out of the playoffs.
Good.
So NL Central.
Is the every team Cubs, Brewers, Reds, and Cardinals? Are they all out now?
Yeah. Is it the worst division in baseball, Brett?
I thought it was the best division because they had 4 teams.
Yeah,
in
but
it.
they're all terrible teams. Even the Cubs, who won the division, were not very good. I'll tell you what, though, I like the Brewers' young arms.
Yeah, they got some really nice young arms.
So maybe, to get some offense, they might have to part ways.
Josh Hader.
I'm just saying, to get some.
I think now's the time to do it, to try to get some bats. Yep, I agree.
See if I can get.
1st and 10, ball at the 18 as Ricardo's looking for some scores. Let's see what the Spartans have as Hoppert. He's going to go downfield.
Going for Campbell.
And, wow, that's out of bounds, though.
He has the ball,
He does have the ball, but
it was pushed out. Well, Catholic Memorial, this is for the folks tuning in from the Martin Luther area. Catholic Memorial beat Brookfield Central 17-10. Good game there. Catholic Memorial, of course, the Crusaders won the D4 title last year, Brett, remember?
Yeah, going down to D4, that was a big topic.
Yeah, it was. If I remember right, they beat up on Kiel.
Yes.
Arrowhead big over Waukesha South. See some of these other ones. I don't see any local. We saw Winneconne 26-6 over Berlin, and I guess I'm not seeing anything from the WIS football tagline. Hartford did defeat Homestead 23-17.
Penalty pushes the ball back for the Spartans, so first down and a long way to go here, Ricardo. As you can see, ball spotted at the 34-yard line.
Yes, that's what they have it officially at.
First and 25.
This is, this has been a little too common for Martin Luther being in these long situations, BC, and that just opens up a lineman able to pin their ears back and just get after it. Look out!
Watch out!
Oh, he was just sandwiched. And
intercepted. Yep.
And is that Hammond again?
That is number 24.
Okay.
No, that's Lucas Ulrey.
And he is hurt. I mean, he took a shot. Oh, my goodness. I mean, he was sandwiched, Brett, by a couple of Kaukauna defenders, and now we have a late flag. Is that unsportsmanlike?
Looks like it, yep.
And, wow, that is just unfortunate for Martin Luther. I mean, I know there's plays trying to be made, but, boy, he took a shot.
I didn't see who got in on Hoppert, though, but, boy, Hoppert had to feel that pressure coming from the backside and maybe hurried that throw a little bit too much. But as we've noted time and time again tonight, it's been a lot of pressure on the Spartans quarterback. He just does not have the time to set up and really scan that field.
By the way, Xavier 54, Fox Valley Lutheran 18.
Oof.
Hawks are good, Brett.
They are good. Wish we could stream them. That'd be fun. Demler going deep. He's got him. Oh, just overshot his target, and that was Cody Gaber.
Gaber, I think, maybe misjudged a little bit how far that pass was, because I think he could have extended his arms a little more. So, Kaukauna trying to add to that 33-7 lead, so I'm trying to get some more scores here.
Second down coming up for the Ghosts after that turnover. Demler's got the ball. He's going to hand it off to Noah Hoffman, and this time bottled up. Got a couple, but credit number 51, check that, number 51 for Martin Luther, LaShawn Wesley Carter. Nice-looking defensive lineman, junior for Rick Hoppert's crew over at Martin Luther. So third down and 8 coming up, ball at the 45-yard line.
By the way, Ken, the official saying, I would bet anything that unsportsmanlike was, because we didn't see anything physical, was possibly the use of some colorful metaphors, perhaps. And he says that's not unusual when games get out of hand like this. Some refs just give a warning, but others do not. That's Ken, the official. So
let him use some colorful language. Come on,
you can't do that.
Come on, they do it in the pros. You hear it all the time now on TV.
Of course, yeah, because there's no audience.
I know.
I think the networks just kind of give up.
I think there's what can you do?
Yeah. And Kaukauna looks like they're going to punt here as the time is ticking down again towards the 7-minute mark here in the fourth.
Yeah, no.
Big 33-7 lead for the Ghosts.
No need for Kaukauna when you're up 33-7 to.
Now, if you're Martin Luther, are you still going to try to pass the ball?
I think you have to, right?
Oh, I guess, but I mean they're already limping, and they have a number of players who are injured, and
you're just saying just kind of chew it out, run a little bit, and get out of here.
Run a little bit and just get out of here with no players hurt. They don't have a lot of players on that sideline. You got to give them credit. I mean, to come up here and play a big D2 team that's a playoff team, it's very admirable for them. But
it is, and again,
this is where you see those coaches in small schools saying, you see the difference between having 2 platoon system and numbers, how much that plays affecting a game, and it's really affecting Martin Luther, who again, man-to-man, they might have as many playmakers as Kaukauna, but they just don't have the depth.
No, exactly right. And you look at Rick Hoppert, the head coach for Martin Luther, and you know he's looking at this as well. We need to find a game, number one. Number two, this is a good benchmark for us. We are going against a Fox Valley Association team, a team that's got skill, speed, bigger division. So, yeah, we might get some bumps and bruises tonight, but this will help us in the long run.
Yeah, and I think
the hope, though, is hopefully these injuries aren't overly serious and that these guys can get back on the field for next week's game. I think if you're Rick Hoppert, that's always the concern when you're giving up a couple divisions and like you said, 2 platoon versus 2-way players.
And not just that, I think just
injuries.
Yeah, the where most times when you have this kind of disparity, you're going to see it at the trenches, and I think that's where it happened. And not only they have young kids on the offensive line, sophomores starting, so you're going up against a division 2 times above you or two divisions above you, Brett. That's going to put you this way. If the quarterback had a little more time, I could see him doing a lot more damage, which he really doesn't, though.
But in his league, he's going to have that time.
He's going to have that time,
and you can see why he threw 30 touchdowns last year and was an all-conference first-team selection, and considered one of the better quarterbacks in the state. A run by Jaden Bridgewater.
Brings up a 3rd down and short for Martin Luther. I like going past Greendale, Brett. The area that I went to in Greendale, they have Cops. Cops is kind of close by.
Custard?
Yeah. If you guys haven't been there, please go down there. It is some delicious food and custard down there. Right off, I want to say, of a 41. Some hard hitting going on down there. And Brett, I don't know if they got the first. It's very close.
Looks like they're going to be a bit shy here. So 4th down, and, well, it'll be a yard officially, but it looks like more like a half yard. So 4th down coming up for the Spartans. Clock running, under 5 minutes to play here at Bank of Kaukauna Stadium. Again, we'll be at Little Chute High School next week. That's the hope. That's the plan for a Northeastern Conference matchup. I'll remind Rosie that he's got a 1 o'clock live stream check at Little Chute High School. Yep. I'm actually going to be off on Monday, so I've got I don't know about you guys, but I got a whole bunch of time off I got to be taking here pretty soon. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose it. So might take off the following week too with no Clubhouse Live with the bye week. The Packers have a bye week, so we won't have a show that week. Might take off a few days there as well to make things a bit more manageable because, believe it or not, the holidays are not that far away.
I'm already thinking of Thanksgiving, my friend. 1st down and 10 for Kaukauna at the 25 of Martin Luther as a turnover on down, 4:17 left.
Yeah, Thanksgivings are going to be kind of odd this year. I'm guessing the restaurants won't be serving.
And I know that's something that you do, right?
Well, we used to always have it at my grandparents' farm. And then, of course, they got older and have since passed away. So as they got older, we switched to going to restaurants kind of in the Manitowoc area. And now lately we've been going to the Shiacton area. And that's just not going to be the case this year, obviously, with what's going on. So
where in the Manitowoc area? I'm curious.
It was actually close to Silver Lake College. I think it was called the restaurant was called Knox's Silver Valley, I want to say. Very good food.
Is that in Manitowoc or no?
Right outside of Manitowoc.
Okay.
I think it's a Manitowoc address. And then we also went to Brilliant, a place called, what is it, Cobblestone Creek maybe? We did that a couple times too. So, and then we went to Romy's Nightingale up in Shiacton.
Okay.
Excellent food there too, and I'll miss it, but I can't imagine that's going to be an option this year. So Chris and I, my wife and I, were talking about what are we going to do. I guess we could you can always go to the local grocery store and kind of raid their deli and get some pre-made turkey and mashed potatoes and stuffing.
Sure. Or how about do you ever I got one word for you, Swanson, my friend.
Yeah, some TV dinners.
Yeah, get yourself a little turkey TV dinner.
Do they make those TV dinners in the aluminum still, or they?
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be kind of a quiet Thanksgiving. We'll see. We'll wake up to Rudy, throw that in, and maybe
Packers don't play on Thanksgiving.
No. Go to the local grocery store, load up on some of the goodies, get a pumpkin pie from Sarah Lee.
Or, you have it all mapped out.
or the bakery or whatever, wherever we can find one, and we'll just watch football all day. Yeah, turkey loaf. There we go.
Turkey loaf.
Rosie yelling that from in front of us. We got to make it work somehow, right?
Yeah.
This is 2020. It's just that weird of a year, and let's just hope that come this time of year next year, we got a little bit more normalcy. Look at this. On his feet, refusing to go down, is number 11, Charlie Weber for the Ghosts. He's not thinking about Thanksgiving. He's thinking about the end zone.
Got it within the 10-yard line now. Going to mark it first down and goal to goal from the 8 for Kaukauna. See if they can get another touchdown on board, make it a 40-7 game.
They're going to even have trick or treat this year?
Oh, that's a good question. I know Appleton still has it planned.
Do they?
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to go through. I don't know.
Would people just kind of keep candy outside and you just pick? Well, I don't know. Is that safe? I don't know what's safe anymore.
Yeah. Used to be you got to worry about that, stuff in the candy, but now you got to worry about everything else.
But if you're wearing a Halloween mask, right? Little swing pass to the outside.
Sniffed out right away.
Looks like that's number 29, Jacob Brockman, the junior.
By the way, my son is old enough now to where he's not going to be going trick-or-treating in the conventional sense. He likes staying in the house and scaring the kids when they come up.
That's a good threshold to pass because after a while, it's like you take the kids out and you're kind of like, this is getting old. And then I mean, my kids are adult kids now, but I can remember some very cold Halloween nights going from door to door and thinking, I just want to go home and get warm. Don't have to worry about that anymore.
Second down and 12 for Kaukauna. Again, the give on the ground. Look out.
He's in.
He is.
And that is a score for 12 yards out for number 11, Charlie Weber.
Yard score.
Hopefully Ken's still watching, noticing that my ability to update the scoreboard now has been top notch. I haven't missed one yet after I got rid of the ticker.
Yeah. Actually, Ken the official says, nice job, boys. Just need to work on the ticker.
Yeah.
We might not see the ticker anymore as that kick is no good. 39-7 is going to be your score. 2:06 left. Well, if you're Kaukauna, I want to thank Martin Luther for making that drive all the way up here.
Yeah, they had a nice coach bus I saw pull in, so they'll ride back in style. What are you thinking about it? That's a couple-hour ride, maybe?
Yeah,
not even.
About 2 hours, maybe a little less, depending on.
Doesn't take that long to get to the Milwaukee area from the Fox Valley.
Yeah, about an hour and 45, maybe an hour and 40. I'll tell you this much. I really like Martin Luther. They kind of ran into again, we've discussed this, just a bigger team enrollment-wise, more depth. But boy, I'm curious to see how they'll fare in their conference. Their next game is against Racine Lutheran. That's a very, very good team, but they should be able to match athletes and more enrollment size style with Racine Lutheran. So they'll take it on the chin here, go back, and I think they'll have a very good season the rest of the way. As for Kaukauna, a little bit of an unknown because they're going to be going against teams their own size.
We'll go Plymouth, I think, next week.
Plymouth, that's another smaller school. I think that's a D3, maybe D4 school.
Yeah.
But I know eventually they're going to have to play like a DC Everest. I'm not even sure if they'll play DC Everest. I got to look at the.
I think it's up in the air. Really what your schedule is going to be like. Yeah, I think you're only looking ahead 1 week, and unfortunately, as this continues on, there's going to be more cancellations and there's going to be more reshuffling of things. And
well, Brett, I'm glad that you're taking care of the scheduling part, my friend, as
Well, as I said in the open, it's very possible. Ooh, big hit. That was number 63 for the Ghosts who laid the wood there. That was Kyle Springstro.
Yeah, he sent LaShawn Taylor flying. LaShawn Taylor, sophomore, Brett, 5'8", 140.
But I was going to say that there are weeks where, like last week, where we could get a late cancellation, and then the thing from a streaming standpoint is you need time. You need to have the ability to go, and at least if it's a site we haven't been to in a while, to make sure that we can plug in and the setup is good and safe. So there could be some possibilities this football season where we aren't able to offer a live stream, but we'll see. We'll just take it week by week. I'm always thinking about basketball. What is basketball going to be like? Is there going to be a basketball season?
Still a month and a half or so away.
Hopefully things level off by then, right? And start going the other. You got to think it's going to happen by then.
Get down there and talk to.
What's the game plan for you?
Yeah, I got to go down there and talk to Coach Binsfeld and maybe a player or two, depending on social distancing and all that kind of stuff.
What can we look at as far as
And then I will have, there'll be a short little roundup online later tonight. Tomorrow, hopefully I want to have that wrap-up column put forth, just a couple of kind of hitting around the valley, some games that caught my eye. Obviously, the Xavier one's going to be there. Kind of the same guys again, Freedom, around the NEC, that kind of stuff. A lot of good teams we have in our area. Let's check it out. Whoa, okay. But, yeah, and then I am going to have that, again, Elite 11, Terrific 10 kind of home pages or home article where folks can go and see that stuff online and have all the players there in a grouping so that they can check it out. I'll use that art, by the way, Rosie, that you sent, the actual ones that we used on the video, kind of like the team group shot, I should say. And he made the nice little digital cards. And then the print element cards, kind of like baseball style, old football card style. So that's what I have coming up, my friend. You will have an off day on Monday.
I will have an off day on Monday because we don't have Clubhouse Live. Watch out, fall on that. Whoa, he kicked it. It's going to be picked up. Well, Kaukana's just going to take a knee at this point, but
it's tough.
Well, right, with no Clubhouse Live on Monday, burn a vacation day. Get back at it Tuesday and get ready for Tuesday night Clubhouse Live, and early bye week for the Packers this year too, after week 4.
Let's just hope that they don't have any other bye weeks, if you know what I mean, by staying clear of the COVID stuff.
Well, that's one positive from the Titans is Minnesota, the Vikings, who they played, have nothing. They've got nothing. So that they're actually talking about that as using it kind of as a case study, as a show that maybe it's not transmitted through athletic competition. So quarterback in, and I forgot to mention that Garrett Weinberg, Ricardo, the sophomore, number 9, he was in last series too, and he was just going to take a knee and let this clock run out. But yeah, hey, excuse me, it's good to get this first one under our belt.
What's the other team Little Chutes playing?
Next week is Wrightstown.
Okay. That's going to be a good one. Very interested in seeing that game. Boy, Wrightstown's always tough, Brett.
Yes, they are.
And Little Chute has had success recently, and we'll see what Coach Evers, has for the Mustangs.
And those are always good matchups, so it seems like they're low-scoring, tough games, although I do remember doing a live stream a couple years ago at Wrightstown when, remember, Noah Miller was a quarterback, and that was a really good Little Chute team that won the conference and went all the way to state semifinals. What am I looking at down there?
Well, they're not touching hands, of course, obviously with the COVID, so they kind of gave themselves a little helmet wave and everything. But congratulations to Kaukauna. Big win for the Ghosts as they start off on the right foot their first game. And, again, Martin Luther, going to be a good team this year. Look for them to really do well in their conference and at the Division IV level. So, Brett, I'm going to get down there and talk to the coaches. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Good.
We'll see you back here again at Little Chute. Hopefully it'll be all right. You want me to turn that on? Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, Brett.
Yeah, let me run down the scoring as Ricardo heads down to the field. Again, you can check out his stuff on postcrescent.com. He's been very busy doing a lot of great work with all of the Elite 11s and the sensational Terrific 10. I want to say sensational 6. Terrific 10 now. So he's been very busy taking care of all that stuff. And Busy covering high school sports again, too, so that's a good thing. So let me run down the scoring here. All Kaukauna on this one. The Ghosts got on the board in the second quarter, 11:25 mark, when quarterback Gannon Demler hit Logan Fitzhugh from 34 yards out, made it 7-0 Ghosts. And then the Spartans tied it up with 8:22 remaining in the second quarter on a 28-yard pass from Brady Hoppert to number 10, Jacob Hartlob. Again, that was a 28-yard hookup that tied things up at 7 apiece. That came actually on a 3rd and 23 play as well. So at that point, we looked like we had a game, but then it was all Kaukauna from there. Demler hooks up with Fitzhugh again later in the second quarter, actually with 44 seconds remaining, made it 14-7 Ghosts. And then early third quarter, field goal, 27-yarder by Kyle Seafelt, made it 17-7 Kaukauna. And then Demler with a 33-yard pass to Noah Hoffman with 7:04 remaining in the third quarter. And then that made it 23-7 Kaukauna at that point, and the Ghosts really taking command from there. Demler, again, his 4th touchdown pass of the night, a 10-yarder to number 3, Carson Sipple, with 4:01 remaining in the third quarter, made it 30-7 Kaukauna. And then 2 scores for the Ghosts here in the fourth quarter, a 32-yard field goal by Seafelt with 11:12 remaining, made it 33-7. And then, as we just saw moments ago, with 2:06 to play in this game, Charlie Weber, a 12-yard run. The kick was no good, and that's how this one ends, 39-7, Kaukauna with the non-conference victory. With the win, the Ghosts improved to 1-0 on the season, and they are at Plymouth next Friday in a non-conference game. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. Martin Luther falls to 1-1 on the year. The Spartans will take on Racine St. Catherine's next Friday. I believe that's a home game, a Metro Classic matchup. Kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. As for us, we'll turn our attention to the Northeastern Conference as Little Chute hosts Wrightstown in a Week 3 rivalry showdown. Our live coverage will kick off at 6:45 p.m. from Fitzpatrick Field. You can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. So for Ricardo Arguello, for Jim Rosandick and the crew with USA Today Network Wisconsin, I am Brett Christopherson signing off from Bank of Kaukauna Stadium here on the campus of Kaukauna High School, where once again the final score tonight, the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts 39, the Martin Luther Spartans 7. Thanks for watching, everybody.